Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda: Echoes of the Past. I am your DM slash Mega Marine slash Jade, and with me I have four wonderful players.
Aww.
You guys,
We love you too. You're a wonderful DM.
wow. So, last time, I'm gonna stop insulting our audience at the very start of these. Last time, the lot of you, after having an encounter with the Korra's parents within the Great Hyrule Forest, where the Great Deku Tree lives, as well as finding out that apparently the true Princess Zelda has been living here the whole time. The lot of you were informed that there is a caravan heading from Faerun Forest Town all the way down to Gorun Gourge, the small townish. It's not a city yet, but it's a small town settlement right before Goron City proper, the capital of the Gorons. They're dropping off supplies due to the events that are currently ongoing within Death Mountain, in which apparently it is freezing over and nobody can kind of figure out why. Now, Gorons, not acclimated to the weather as such, are in a bit of a pickle. They can't mine because of the earth becoming way too soft due to the increase in, snow and water, meaning a lot of their food supplies is being cut short. So, they're requiring an aid from anybody who is willing to give it. And with a mission from Pura to basically assist the races as best as you possibly can, as well as your own personal missions, in which some of you are trying to find things. I look at Korra. The lot of you decided to join the caravan of Rockhawk, a Goron trader, alongside his Rito partner, whom I've forgotten the name of. Why don't I ever write that shit?
That's you.
Josho.
Thank you. His Rito partner, Josho, and bodyguard, and a couple of other Gorons traveling with him. So, after about 4 days of travel, why am I always bothered during these?
You.
Yes?
Oh, Pats. Dang.
Ugh.
Now's a good time to take a sippy sip. I guess sip stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like a supper.
Oh yeah, that's good water.
We found Root again, and everyone got a rock with their face painted on it.
Nice. I love you, Root.
We encountered a shrine to Hylia along the road.
Oh, nice.
And, I think Ikora, left something there, and Hylia's like, thanks!
Oh yeah, Ikora put an apple there, cause it just... If no for apple, why dish apple-shaped?
If no for apple, why apple shaped?
And Hylia's just like, yeah, thanks. Thank you, my hero. Which just kind of wigged Ikora out, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
Not every day you talk with God.
Okay. Worst timing
Yeah,
ever. I'm
Ikora
so
grew up
sorry.
in the wood. She was raised by... She was raised by witches. Usually those are Usually gods are not conversing with witches.
Yeah. That's a fair point.
Yeah. So
I was just telling them some of the things we encountered along the road.
right.
Yeah.
You did encounter a wide variety of things, including a scroll inside of a tree, a familiar Korok that was carrying another heavy backpack, and a small shrine. Hylia.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
But again, on the fourth day, you were attacked by a seeming troop of Yiga members coming out of the water. Zora Giga. An unusual sight, seeing as how previously they had only, as far as people were aware, they had only allowed Sheikah members, Sheikah into their clan. It seems like they have expanded since then.
Uh-oh.
With that, we will pick up on the start of the fifth day, as you guys are almost arriving at Gorun Gourge. I'm going to need Fletcher, please roll me a d10.
A D10, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Alright. You a D10. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes.
That's a 1.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Okay.
First roll of the game.
Yeah. So is there anything else? Is there anything you guys would like to do before mid-afternoon, just in the morning, as you guys are waking up?
Look at my stuff and see what I can do. It's been a while. I need to refamiliarize.
I mean, usually I believe Sonnet is cooking.
Yeah, Sonnet usually cooks in the mornings, maybe does some scouting ahead. But I believe as it's been getting colder, Sonnet has been doing less flying, even if they have warm gear supplies now.
I will mention that scouting is actually usually done by Yasha. Like, you can assist if you so wish, but you see that there's this other, like, really not a lanky build, but like a really tough, like, top build Rito with like extremely strong wings. Like, he's a lot of muscle, which is not something you usually want to see in Rito. Who's usually flies ahead in scouting missions.
Yeah. Maybe on some days when Sonnet has the urge to stretch her wings,
Yeah.
she assists in the scouting. Today, though, I think she's going to take it easy and not take to the skies unless absolutely necessary.
Perfect. Let me find a singular one of these songs that actually works, because I forgot to set my traveling music correctly.
That's you.
Give me 1 second.
That's you.
It's time to DJ.
I got a DJ real quickly. Hold on.
I think LL0015 is just like, because we're along the river, so he's probably looking up and down the river while, I guess, collecting plants from it.
By the fifth day, you're actually not by the river. Since this is the fifth day,
So we moved away from the river.
It's gotten a lot colder.
Okay.
What you do have next to you is a massive lake next to Akala. In fact, from this distance, from here, way far in the distance, you see this massive rising plateau with a massive building atop of it, almost like a fortification. And if you were to ask anybody, you can see that is the Sian Lana's Akala University. It is a massive standing university in the middle of this place.
Yeah, I would have asked someone about that. Like, what is that?
Yeah. So this is around the area where you would be.
I had notes on this place. Wait a second, I had notes on this place.
Yeah. This is around the area where you would be, where you see this massive lake right here, and also over here is a massive set of hot springs.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So that's kind of around where we are
It
now.
is in my notes. It is in my notes. This is the place where I'm supposed to potentially learn more about the Sundelion. So that's a location we'll visit eventually, but right now I think helping the Gorons take priority.
Yeah, right now you probably can't split off from them too much, since
Yeah.
they did pay us.
Well,
That said.
I thought we were going to go there, like, after we helped the Gorons.
Yee.
Yeah, okay, I think that was the plan. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. He is fishing on the table if we're gonna be by the lake for a bit?
Yes, fishing
Or
is
are
on
we
the
moving
table.
to
No, you can definitely take like a moment, like in the morning, to fish a little bit if you
Mhm.
want to. So feel free.
Yes! I would like to do this. Also.
Yeah.
Because that sounds fun.
Ikora's probably gonna see if she can like borrow a rod or a spear from someone because
Mhm.
she is consumed by the desire to fish.
All right.
As all links do.
Yeah.
Mhm. Fucking.
There are some instincts which persist no matter how many incarnations there are.
Using this platform to say "fuck you, Twilight Princess fishing" thing. I hate you. It took me so long to figure out how to fish in that fucking game.
Twilight Princess was the game where I would literally just spend hours fishing in it because it was my first Zelda game, and I had it on the Wii, so I thought it was like the coolest shit to use the Wiimote as a fishing rod.
Yeah! I feel that!
In my defense, Your Honor, I was a child.
Mood.
So you're attempting to fish then?
Yeah.
Whoever's doing so,
Yes.
please roll me a survival check.
Yay!
I want to watch.
Yay!
What's my survival modifier?
Girls go fishing.
Six.
Oh.
Oh no! Got it.
Don't worry.
What did you roll?
I got a 5 with my modifier being a +4, so that's a 9 total.
It's a comedy of errors!
I never
Right
said
here.
that she had to be good at it.
So, what are you using to fish specifically? You're using a spear, and are you using your bow, I'm guessing?
I'm using my bow.
Yeah.
So I was just like, how much harder could it be? It's like hunting. How much harder could it be for fish?
Okay. Well,
Yeah. Ikora is using whatever can be borrowed because she does not actually own a spear or fishing rod. So just
Got it.
whatever she can borrow.
there's probably a net that you are allowed to use. And so, here's what I'm going to say happens with both of those rolls. Ikora, you see a really large, like a small, like 3 fishes that are right next to each other, like extremely large, and you just kind of like hold the net. You're in the water, like a little bit, pants pulled up, and you toss the net. At that moment, Sonnet, you shoot the arrow, and you see that the arrow hits the water. The fishes disperse, missing, and the net just falls in.
No.
Aw,
Aw.
dang.
Dang.
Is that how it's supposed to go?
I
No.
don't think so. That is not where I was aiming.
Hmm.
Maybe we should call out what fish we're going for next time.
Also,
Yeah.
you would know this. Bows don't work very well underwater.
Yeah.
It's shallow enough water.
Yeah, if you need the surface though.
It's a pretty deep lake.
I think it's a matter of like, if it's shallow and if you're like
Mhm.
doing it from a decently vertical angle, you might be able to swing it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Sonnet did not do a lot of the food gathering back home on her little island.
Mhm.
She was
Yeah.
being taught other things.
Can I
such as rituals.
Can I remove my cloak and then try to like catch the fish with my hand?
I will allow everybody to. I will allow everybody to roll again. Lewis, you can roll straight. If one of you, the other two, if one of you want to roll with advantage, you can give the help action to the other one.
Alright.
Straight survival, right?
Yeah, just straight survival.
I'm
None
gonna
of you-
give
Okay.
the help action to Ikora, since we were starting on this like from the get-go. And I'm also
Mhm.
gonna give you guidance so you can add a plus D4.
Yay! Thank you.
Yeah, catch the
Flavor is
fish.
like they're holding each end of the net, so it's not just one person awkwardly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
All right, so that's an 11.
I got a 9.
14. We'll go with that roll. Then we'll add the d4. All right. So that would be an 11 plus 4 plus 4. Just 19.
19. Okay. Lewis, a giant mechanical like creature entering the water is causing a lot of like noise. Like you would really do try and give it your best. But whenever you step forward, like a small wave water like pushes the fish basically like away from you. So it's a little difficult. Wait, don't you have the gloves of water swimming and climbing?
Yep. I do.
If you say I would give you advantage if you wanted to use those.
Okay. I'll
For the
Catching with
19,
your hands.
yeah, for the 19, the both of you like do genuinely like shoot out the net to like a large school of fish and manage to like catch a pretty sizable amount. A lot of you have at least 2 days worth of rations for each of you
Nice.
worth of fish.
Nice.
We having sashimi for breakfast today, lads.
We're gonna eat good.
I think I'm just chasing the fish into their nets.
A little bit, yeah. You're just
I'm
trying to
okay.
take the fish.
As long as Lewis is having fun and experiencing some whimsy.
Yes.
Is it first time swimming?
No. The first time swimming is when I went to save one of the kids.
You're right.
True.
But this is the first time I'm swimming without like any immediate feeling of danger.
Mhm.
And that's
Just
when
having
no.
a fun time. Experiencing some whimsy.
Ine, how are you doing?
I think she's using this moment to. I don't know if training is the right word, but she's like basically like using this time to like sharpen her wolf skills or something. I'm trying to think of a way of how she would do that, but
You're
like-
reinforcing old tricks, is my way of putting it.
yes, yeah.
Which, by the way, you're in your element. Like it's gotten colder, like far colder, and you're starting to see like small little patches of snow as you guys keep going forward.
hmm
So you're within a familiar element, right? I will say, once you guys have done with the fishing, at the around halfway through the day, up ahead you do see Joshua fly back and land and say something to the Rockhawk, who then goes up to you guys and just says,
Mhm.
"Well, it seems like Joshua has encountered something up ahead, but
Mm.
it doesn't. It's a little perplexing. I believe, and I don't believe Joshua doesn't joke, so this is not a practical fib. Up ahead, he said there was a moblin sitting on the side of the road with a sign that says, "Meal and ale at an inn."
Moblin.
Running an inn?
With a sign?
I'm not familiar with any inns in the local area. I've taken this route a couple of times, but this is the first time this has happened.
Moblin, you said?
Yes, tiny little creatures, hunched back, red skin, sometimes with a horn, occasionally, pink snouts. Usually, they're very hostile, from my understanding. At the very least, definitely during the war, they sided with Ganon's side. So some of them guys, I guess. Usually they're a kill on sight kind of thing, which is why I'm perplexed.
Guess we should check it out.
That does seem odd.
Internally, Ikora is just, I didn't know they could read. Because
I did not know they could write.
Nobody
Says
said
Lewis
that he
out
wrote
loud.
it. To be fair, nobody said that he wrote it.
True.
Yeah,
but the
Well, we can see
question
it
is
ourselves.
all the same. But yeah, because like maybe it's different as of current Hyrule, but like I remember at the very least back in Twilight Princess, it was thought that they weren't even sentient. Because I remember like way at the end when I think it's like the Moblin Chief talks.
Yeah.
There's a pause where it's just, I didn't know they could talk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You kind of realize this entire
Link was
time
very surprised.
as you realize
Anybody?
this entire time you were killing sapient creatures.
Let's put this here. Let anybody who wants to roll me a history check or a survival check.
I will roll a history.
Baby. Let me see. Oh gosh, what's your modifiers?
I'm gonna go with
Never mind, it's survival.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go into survival.
Ooh, this dice is kind of bullying me, I'm not gonna lie.
I got a 15.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, because Ikora did grow up in the woods, and normally you don't see too many moblins there.
You have encountered
We have encountered some before. We did kill.
We have encountered some before.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like having access to materials on them and such.
So everybody, I'm gonna go with the survival checks first, since those are easier to comprehend.
Yeah, mine's history.
Yeah, Sonnet. Now that you remember, now that you've been told this, there is a time where you saw because I don't think, has Sonnet seen moblins like before this? They wouldn't be that common within your
Considering Sonnet normally lives out in an island in the middle of the sea, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably the only
Now
time
that
she's
they've-
ever seen like moblins again has been when we fought them that one time.
Well, you fought bokoblins.
Bokoblins. Okay. Actually, a moblin? Yeah, no, she definitely not a moblin.
So this is the first time where somebody's like described what one looks like, and you see that description triggers like a small little memory within you of having seen at least one moblin once in your life when you were very young, working amongst a crew in a ship. You didn't get very close to it, and it looked kind of weird seeing this very tall, lanky creature. Survival-wise, for Ine with a 16, you're at least aware that they have some way of communicating with each other, because you have definitely encountered them before and probably had to fight at least one. with a history of 15, there is a story that, not a story as much as it's just like part of Hyrulean history that's not very well like maintained. That you do recall, like as this is said to you, where moblins and bokoblins are just like a race that exists within the world. They're like in D&D there would be basically like goblins and hobgoblins. What happened was, and why they are the way that they are, and the way that they're like so reckless and stuff like that, is because they thousands upon thousands of years ago, they had signed like basically like a contract. Most of them gave themselves to like Demise and like Ganon as a way of like, if you keep us alive, so meaning when we die, our souls don't go away; they will respawn in a sense. We will work for you and do your bidding. Meaning that's why they came back during the Blood Moons. So on and so forth. So the fact of the matter is, now they don't have that anymore. Blood moons don't happen. So there's a reason why they're killed on sight. But they are technically sentient races. They do exist, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Lewis, so processes for a moment, and then goes, wait, that's right. There's an old tale about how their race came into the service of Ganon.
You'd probably phrase it as the calamity, if anything. But
As okay, came into the service of the calamity. They pledged themselves to him.
and that is to say, not all of them did. A very large majority did, but it's not all of them. But again,
not all of them.
racism exists. I don't know how to tell you guys this. Racism exists in this universe. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. Let's go.
We know.
Hi.
Yeah, we know.
No,
Lewis has accidentally stumbled into a couple now.
At least Lewis is processing racism.
I mean, that's kind of just what happens when you live in a racist society.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we should not be so quick to judge. I can speak to them if you would like.
I mean, we could try.
Really harm in checking it out. I mean, if it's a trap, at the very least we can defend ourselves.
Mhm.
Yes.
You're really going to go check out an inn ran by a moblin?
Why
Yes, we
not?
are.
Well, consider it this way. If we check it out and they are trying to run an inn, then there's no harm in that. If it truly is a trap, then there would be nothing stopping them from trying to ambush us later down the road. So it's best to be aware of how things will be before we send the caravan close.
And I can speak their language.
Did you
Or
pick
at
wait,
least
did you pick
comprehend it.
Oh, did you no wait,
Comprehend the helm! The helm of comprehend languages!
You do have the helm of comprehend wait, hold on. Let me really quickly.
Universal translator.
I do need to look at that real quickly. Hold on.
Checking the sheets.
Because I know that
Actually, I don't think I can I don't think I can speak it, but I can understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that I hear.
You understand the written language as long as you're touching the surface. And you understand the literal meaning of any spoken language that you hear. So yes, okay.
Mm-hmm. I can't speak it, but I can understand what it says.
Yep. All right.
I do correct. Lewis does correct that. I cannot speak, but I can understand.
All right.
I'm trying to think how Constell feels about this.
I mean, I think Constell would find it fascinating,
Constell probably
honestly.
would. Yeah, Constell probably would find it fascinating.
I wonder how
I
this
feel like
works.
Constell would at least want to know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, no.
Mhm.
Constell will
Yeah.
definitely. The entire time, by the way, Constell has been focused on tinkering and touching specific things. I will
Mhm.
get back to you guys as to what Constell completely does throughout the whole session. But
Okay.
I think Constell would actually like to. If you're going up first, Constell would like to join you as well.
Mm. Yep, I will go first.
Cool.
Normal.
Normal.
Normal. Ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink.
How far
Um,
back are you guys following behind by the rest of you? If you guys are all
Good ways.
Akora's probably gonna like if Lewis has nothing against it, I think Akora might hang out next to Lewis so that way Lewis isn't like immediately threatening.
Mhm.
Mm.
Because
If I recall, Constell is gonna walk beside Lewis too.
yeah.
yeah. If Constell's walking, then Akora's probably gonna hang back a bit. Just so there's this balance of like there's a flesh and blood creature next to the war machine, so that way they know the war machine isn't there to murder flesh and blood creatures, but you also want to limit how many people are approaching them at once, or else they might feel threatened.
Yeah.
Ine, what are you doing?
Probably hanging near the back of the last people, just seeing if anybody's coming from behind.
Is anybody trying to stealth?
Yeah, Ine and Sonnet buddies.
Is anybody trying to stealth?
Akora's
Sonnet's
probably. I don't
Sonnet's
think Akora's
stealthing
gonna
for
try
sure.
and stealth because I feel like if you're stealthing and you're found out, that is immediately more suspicious than just walking up like there's nothing wrong.
Sonnet is nervous, DM.
Yeah, she is. I think Ikora probably is gonna roll a Percepi if that's okay, though, just to try and be aware of their surroundings.
Yeah. I have to look up this again.
If anybody, let's do this. Let's do a group perception check. I'll roll for Constell.
Can I do guidance on myself?
Group
Is that a thing?
deception?
Yes, you can.
You can't do that.
No, group perception.
Okay, cool.
You can't.
Group
Perception.
Perception. Okay. That's a plus 4.
Perception.
Oh my
That
God.
one.
Nah, fucking
Let's
one.
go. Let's go.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
See, my perception is plus 4.
I'm gonna say
10
Constell
plus 4.
because I
got
do not
14.
have Constell's character sheet. Sadly, I am going to
Mhm.
say Constell has a plus 5 to this, so that is a 21.
I do know that Constell's on the upper end of perception wise. That
Yeah.
sounds right to
Mhm.
me.
Yeah. So I got a 15 plus 2 from my guidance, which is a total of 17.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's my
And waiting for
perception.
Liz.
I got a 16 plus 6.
Ooh,
Hey!
nice.
Higher than Constell's.
Nice.
Here's what I will say. As you guys begin to approach this mob, you do see what was described. It is a dark red moblin with a hunched back, a large pig snout. You see a small tooth like poking out of its out of one of the sides of its mouth, and a large curved horn with like two pretty medium sized eyes, like a bit of a baseball sized eyes on either side of the head, who's holding a sign and doing like a little like back and forth with the sign.
Let's go. Twirl
A
it.
little jiggy.
Flip
A
it.
little jiggy.
Twirl the sign.
I have no idea where the Quiznos is.
With a 22.
When-
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Give me 1 second. You guys do see that it does read in comment. It is somewhat sloppily written, but it's like a 15-year-old who just learned how to write. But it is at least spelled correctly, and and it does say like grab my notes. Meal and L at the moblin, as in like
Moblin.
moblin, but with a dash and an N.
That's cute.
Oh,
Meal and ale at the moblin.
Yeah. And as he approaches, you do hear in a bit of a broken common, just a Here, 1 second.
thanks you.
Harmon eat at il and L. Eat meal and ale at the moblin. Good prices.
I will fucking kill for this person, I swear to God.
The moment you broke out the Stitch voice, it was over for
Yeah,
me.
the Stitch voice was it. That was it.
Luz just like tilts its head to the side. I forgot every word ever.
Pet.
Hi.
Hello.
That's not a Lewis voice.
Hi.
Hold on a sec.
That's you. Take your time.
Yeah, take your time.
I suddenly got very
Sometimes-
nervous.
Okay.
You're good.
I do understand. This is my hottest character.
Oh, you're 100%.
Yeah, 100% definitely.
You're alright.
Sorry. I'm trying.
I think I killed Hart.
Kill Heart.
You
I
killed
made-
Hart.
I haven't made anybody laugh this hard
Killed Hart.
forever.
Killed them.
think
Can
we
I
do
have
this
a
character
5-minute
thing.
break, please?
Yeah,
Yeah.
take your time.
I need to splash my face with water.
Yeah, go ahead. I was really hoping this would happen last session, by the way. This is the
That's
one.
where we had combat.
This is the one, but
This is perfect.
This is what you
I'm
rolled for.
in
It's
love.
amazing. I
This
love
is
it.
what I wanted.
Honestly,
Jaden,
they
this
do
5-minute
kinda
break.
look
Please
like they
look at
would-
Peanut Gallery.
yeah, no, you got him.
Where is the quiz now?
Where's the quiz?
Where-
Here's the moblin.
Yeah.
Lewis stands there for a moment, like clearly processing, and then looks to Constel and goes, what was I supposed to ask about?
Where's the inn at? You see Constel say slowly, and the moblin just points towards in the direction, like where you see like a small path has been carved out in the side of the road, with a couple of more signs that say like moblin this way,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Good price, moblin." That's right.
Good price, huh? I think I and Lewis just like kind of crouches a little bit, getting a little more on the Moblin's level.
Oh, he's taller than you.
Oh,
This is not a bokoblin. This is a moblin. Let me actually point you a picture.
I thought he was
Yeah, the
sitting.
Mongol ones.
It's why.
Oh, he's not sitting. He's not
I
sitting.
see.
Okay, he's not
standing.
sitting. Okay. So I'm going to
Let me give you an image of what this guy looks like. Hold on. Here you go. He's perfect.
Perfect.
Yes. So do you run the Moblin with your friends?
Me not run. Me not run the moblin. I'm just signed guy, and you see he does like a cool flip.
Oh my god.
And Louis literally like claps, like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Eliza runs moblin.
Eliza?
Yes.
Who's Eliza?
Are you hiding, Ikora?
No.
Did I ever roll my stealth? I don't think I ever rolled my stealth. I still need to do that.
Yeah. Whoever is hiding, do please roll stealth. But Ikora, you said you're a little behind.
Yeah, just a little bit behind.
Point towards you. It says log ears.
15.
Long ears?
You get a sense this is what they call Hylians.
Cora brings
I
a hand up
see.
to her ear.
That is
It's a little long,
Oh,
isn't
do I
it?
get
Is it called the Moblin because you work there, or other of your friends do?
Chef, food maker.
Oh.
Food maker big is Moblin. Make good food, cheap price.
How cheap?
But you see, he's been learning. Like he genuinely, this is like the first comment, the first Moblin that you see that it actually speaks common. And so he does a little bit of math in his head. It's like, 5 copper rupee.
Is that like an appropriate price for a meal?
It's a pretty cheap price. Like a decent meal is at least like a. If we're talking about like a fancy end restaurant, that's like a this like a cheaper, like you're trying to get like some slop is 5, like that would be 5 copper.
I see.
That is pretty. Not a core in my head going, too cheap.
That sounds good. But our friends who tend to go this way pretty often haven't heard of the Moblin before. How long has it been here?
Moblin been here while, but I am new hire.
Mm.
I work. I've worked.
You can say it. If you don't know the word in common, I could translate for you.
I've been working there for 5 moons. So 5 months.
5. Lewis
God
does a very good job of translating, like exactly word for word.
You see that,
Jade, I love you.
I knew it was gonna happen because, like, I know that we've all seen that one post about like the dwarf, and such, but it still gets me.
You see in
The
in
kobold
perfect,
from Dungeon Meshi.
yeah, in perfect,
Yes.
in perfect Moblin, or I guess in perfect, this language would be called Boko. In perfect Boko, he speaks. It's still the same because whenever they speak common, they have to use their like noses a lot more. This is a lot more of a guttural noise, but has a deeper end, so that's why it sounds slightly weird. It's the way like when I speak Spanish, I my voice sounds different.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, since different languages use like different parts. I know that French is like super nasally as a language to speak.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So I've been working here for about 5 moons, which would be equivalent to 5 months.
Mhm.
The place just recently got a renovation, albeit the current events happening within Death Mountain are issue.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
not getting a
that
lot of
makes
travelers.
sense.
So they hired. They have me out here. I'm very surprised you're honestly not like I was kind of like usually whenever like a caravan drops by, depending on like how well they are, they will just like almost shoot on sight. That's why I started holding the sign. But
Shield.
I mean, I move away. I just leave. I'm not about the fight. Um, uh,
I understand. I
A sign works.
sign works. You'd also be surprised because you see underneath it is also written in Boko. Like most of our clientele is Bokoblins, Moblins, the Oblin race. And such.
Mhm.
I love this guy.
He's so good.
I'm putting my hand on this guy.
I mean, none of us have attacked you, and we're traveling with a caravan, so it's doing its job.
I mean, they all want some food. It's genuinely like good stuff. He says a Boko name like really gutturally. It's like uh, uh, which translates to just the word like not. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to think of it translates to like cute really does cook really well. Like the chef's name is Cute.
Oh my god.
I see.
The chef's name is cute.
Well, I'm sure my friends who can or who need to eat would enjoy trying a dish made by Cute.
Well, I mean, it's about like a minute, 2 minutes in through the path to. It's a little bit hard for a cart to get through, but you can probably code if you really want to.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to expand the path. It's not, with all the snow, it's a little bit more difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ground's not very good during snow. Mind if we check it out first before having our caravan come along?
And go ahead. Oh,
Thank you kindly.
I'm guessing. Oh, actually, since he's talking to you, he says, "Go, yes."
Oh, what was that?
If he's talking to anybody but the big robot, who doesn't understand Boko, he does go in broken comment. Go, yes.
Alright, yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We will come back through here. So don't be surprised.
He nods and goes back to holding the sign.
Actually, final question, if you will.
Yes.
You've mentioned being hired a bit ago, so, like, I'm assuming they're paying you, right?
Yes.
How much?
Hold on. I believe the standard like flat rate of like a normal peasant is like 2 copper a day.
Yeah.
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 But he does also say like free meal, free stay, 2 copper.
That's pretty good, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
For a peasant? Yeah.
Yeah, for a peasant, that's pretty good.
That's easy living.
Hell yeah, good for you. Good for you, sign guy.
He
His
he
name
pulls
we don't know.
he pulls on his teeth, like showing his like really sharp like morals, and says like in broken con says good dental.
Good
Oh
dental.
my fucking god!
They have dental!
They have dental.
He's not missing any teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them.
Ooh.
All 2 of them.
Well, it looks like he actually has 4, more than 2,
Oh, in the image,
actually.
Okay, it
Yeah.
looks like they have 4 front teeth on the bottom, 2 tusks in the back, and then 1 top pair of molars.
I will
So I
say
guess
that
that
he
makes
does
it teeth.
he does pull like he did pull his mouth open a little bit, and you see like a set of like straight up like sharp I forget what it's called, but the front teeth, like the ones that eat meat, that cut it.
Mm.
Yeah,
Like the canines?
Yeah, canines.
Yeah.
Like a set of like small canines. That's how they do need teeth. It's just not shown in the model.
Yeah.
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 Mhm.
That's it.
Mhm.
Alright, so we don't need to go all in on unitization, I guess.
I love
Lewis
Sign
is
Guy.
just gonna start walking the way that was pointed.
Yeah, no, you walk through, and you guys at this point have like gotten more out of the forest and are now coming
Mhm.
across like large bits of like stone, basically like stone pillars. You're traveling like basically like in between like a small, like a very small ravine that goes upwards in tiers, and you're traveling through like a crack in between those, and following the signs, you do eventually find a modest, if at least ramshacky, built like inn with a sign that says like like painted in like a bit of a misspelled comment. Welcome to Moblin.
Mhm.
And you do see like on the windows, like cleaning one of them is like a bokoblin.
Nice.
Who, upon seeing the lot of you, gets off the window and runs aside. You do see there are lights, and at least how do you describe it? There's no. It's music, but it's like
Mhm.
it's definitely not any music you've ever heard. It is
I'm picturing like a band.
a little bit, yeah,
You know what? That's more valid than my thought.
Drug band.
a little bit of a jug
Jug
band that
band.
you can hear from coming from the inside.
Mhm.
There is not a lot of.
Oh.
This is probably mid afternoon, so there's not a lot of like commotion going on inside. But you are able to. You are free to step inside if you so wish.
Hmm.
Lewis is gonna stop in front and then look to someone else. As in, does someone else want to enter before I do?
And so goes. I can do it. Constell's been writing on not Terrico. What the fuck is the name? Bechamel.
Nope.
Bechamel.
Bechamel.
Yeah.
Oh.
On Bechamel the entire time, by the way. This is what Constell
Yeah.
constantly does.
Yeah.
Writes notes while Bechamel does the little walkies.
Mhm.
I love you, Bechamel.
Bechamel.
So Constell steps forward and, using their hair, opens up the door. And inside,
Mm.
you do see a bit of a lively setting of like bokoblins, like speaking in Boko, like loudly, which sounds like a very guttural, like I think about like that.
Uh-huh.
And
Which I understand.
yeah, you understand, which is to you they're saying like, and so I was traveling down like the road, and this like you understanding like little bits and pieces of conversation going throughout here. You do see a what is essentially a jug band in the back. The place does not seem to be well cleaned. It's like, you ever been to like a side road? It's not that it's dirty as much as it's like it's lived in. Like it's a fried chicken place.
It gets a lot of foot traffic, so it's hard to keep it like 100% clean.
Yeah. You ever been to one of those places that has like the plastic baskets with the napkin?
Yeah.
That's like that's the vibe I'm going for here. And what you do
Yeah.
see
Okay.
is on a counter in the very top, you do see a Hylian who
I think if Ine is still hanging back, Sonnet will too. This place.
I don't know, man. And they rolled an 8. She's mostly hanging back, mostly to keep an eye on Sonnet as well, but I think she's half like interested in what the fuck is going on, hence why her stuff is not great right now. But she
Sonnet
is
handing
sticking
me like
pace with.
Yeah, Sonnet has been handing me like being nervous about actually going inside, especially since it doesn't look very clean, quote unquote. It's like she already has to deal with illness.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Girl
someone take
would
a
not
sense
survive
order.
in an Asian supermarket.
Yeah. And while she technically can't catch a disease because of her necklace, it's hard to beat the habit, you know?
Yeah.
Like being super conscious about it.
but yeah, so behind the
again, someone gets
counter,
someone's order.
Hang back.
behind the counter, you do see a Hylian, a white hair, darker skin tone, like again, long ears like a Hylian, as a normal to a Hylian. Wearing a bit of a maid tavern like outfit. That's definitely seen better days. But she is talking with another bokoblin. You see, she's actually speaking like Boko to them.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, in common, yelling out loud, "You're letting the water mat out! Get in here!"
Sorry. I bend over and I very carefully come inside the door because I have 3 legs and there's nothing about this that would actually be quick.
So who is stepping inside? It's Constel, Lewis, and Ikora.
Lewis.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Moment that you all step inside, there is like even the Yug band stops playing, and like everybody stops having the conversation. And everybody is kind of just looking at you.
Hi, my designation is LL0015. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
You see
the entire room.
You see that this Hylian that's behind the counter steps forward. You guys can see what's going on, by the way, because there is a very large window that I described earlier.
Yeah, I was assuming.
And this barmaid steps forward towards the entrance. It's like, "Well, welcome to the Moblin. More than happy to get you anything you need." And you see she yells back in Boko, which you understand as like, "Get back to your conversations. We get guests from everybody's a guest here, all right?" And you see that snaps a lot of them out of whatever the trance they were in, and they go back to small talk. There is a couple that do keep staring at you, particularly some that have like gashes, like some of them are missing an eye. They seem to like more rougher up.
They're more wary.
Yeah. You do see a variety of colors here. Mostly red, a couple of blue, and then at least one silver. That's the guy that looks rough. Anyways, can I get you a table or anything?
I look to Ikora.
A table would be nice, yeah.
Well, my name's Eliza, and she drags you over to the table. I run the Moblin, as you can see. If there's anything I can get you, let me know. Here's a menu. There's only one item in it, and it's a meal. It's cooked by Cute. But we do have some strong ale, so.
I would like some ale, please.
Who's making the big metal automaton talk?
Okay, just for the sake of my own mental clarification, Lewis uses I know that Lewis uses it and they. Does Lewis also use he, him, or just
so Lewis uses it, they, and he, him.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure.
There are specific times where it will just go by it, but I haven't really clarified those because they haven't clarified those to me.
Understand. Have a nice day.
Yeah,
so all 3 are applicable.
Alright. So I think Ikora's probably just gonna like do a little gentle knock on Lewis like he is.
Hit.
Okay. You know what?
Not my problem.
It's 3 glasses of ale and two meals, or just one? What, y'all want the meal?
Could go for a meal.
Constel will also go for the meal. And you guys do see the barmaid, Eliza, thus walk away and begin serving each of you like a very large tankard of ale, and drops it off at the table. You guys do see a conversation continues. There is again those that are giving you this bit of a stink eye, but for the most part, it is just a tavern, like a tavern with definitely an upstairs that has an inn on top. And eventually you see another a moblin who has to bend down through the door. This one wearing like a little chef's hat. This one's blue. Probably cute. Who steps out and drops off 2 plates of a large slab of pork that's been cooked with gravy on top of it, and mashed potatoes. With a couple of
thank you, cute.
No worry. I make meal.
Thank you.
I love them.
Yeah. Make me meal.
What are the two of you doing outside while you're doing this, by the way? What is happening?
Are you seeing this shit's on it? That's it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking Spider-Man meme.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Lewis is going to look to the window and just wave at Ine.
Ine waves back, just very cautiously. Ine is very curious about this entire situation.
There's a
He
bokoblin
kind of wants to be there.
There's a bokoblin that looks really confused at you, Lewis, and also waves back like why are you talking to him?
I'm sorry, man.
And Lewis will emphatically wave at him and smile.
Love that.
Amazing.
And then start to pour some of the ale on his jaw.
You are yeah. You can handle your alcohol. You have to drink a lot before you really start getting drunk.
I know.
Is Lars pouring the alcohol on their jaw while still staring down the bokoblin?
Yes.
You see the goblin, the bokoblin raises his tankard cautiously and then drinks from it slowly. Why are they interacting with me?
They are still smiling at that bokoblin.
Oh my god.
It's happy hour. This is what you're supposed to do at happy hour. You're supposed to smile while you drink your ale.
Yeah.
It just kind of only implies that you're smiling. Obviously.
Yeah. I will say outside eventually, because you guys weren't hiding.
Sonnet was not a 15 stealth.
15
yeah,
stealth?
Sonnet was hiding.
Hold on.
I had the 8, so I...
Yeah, I can't see where Sonnet is, but I can see Ine, so that's why I waved at Ine, hey, it's okay.
Where are you, Sonnet? Are you heading on a tree, on a bush?
Well, what is... Probably in a tree.
You'd probably be hiding behind a small cliffside or rock.
Rock cropping. Yeah, because we're going up the mountain now, so there's going to be less plant life. Probably, yeah, just an outcropping where a spot where she can perch herself up and nestle out of sight, but also occasionally keep an eye on movement from inside.
Yeah, so I rolled a 14 plus 2. So
Uh-oh.
You do eventually hear in broken, less broken common, just a. Um, are you going to be here all day, or are you going to go inside?
Oh, just looks behind her.
You see a bokoblin with a large pack filled with like um, logs and stuff like that behind him.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear.
Look, I
Sorry.
care less what you do. As long as you don't harm anybody, you're fine.
Okay. Crowds make me nervous.
What
There's a
would
lot
you
of
say?
people in there. Crowds make me nervous. There's a lot of people in there.
Oh, I feel that. Eliza lets me go out by myself, but it's taking care of myself. Um, so I can gather up where I stay at the inn most of the time. So
Oh, that's pretty
the
cool,
name
I guess.
the name is Snout, and he takes
Oh,
out
Snout.
reaches out a hand to shake.
I'm Sonnet, and she shakes the hand very politely.
You see, he sits down next to you and reaches into his pack and takes out like a small bit of paper with leaves inside of it, and he lights it with a small flint and steel, and he just begins.
Bro! You got health problems, bro! And they like steps over, like was it like looking at the window, looks back at Sonnet, is like on perch and just sees the dude smoking.
Yeah, Sonnet is
And then,
Sonnet is holding the cigarette. Like what? What?
Oh no,
What?
he's not giving it to you. He's smoking himself.
I see. I thought I was confused. Never mind. It's all good. Yeah, no.
He lights. First of all, I never said it was a cigarette. He just lights something.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, he just sat down like companionably lighting his own like whatever. You guys assumed he was passing it.
I didn't realize. My bad.
You're fine.
No,
He's not
You tell
handing
I've
you a
never smoked
cigarette.
before.
You're so valid. He is himself is just saying like I need this is usually my perching spot before I have to go inside and actually turning all of the wood. So like I'm just
I see. Would you like some space or?
I mean you can use it. It's fucking free world, man.
True,
Bro.
True.
And he's like gesturing to someone like, come over here.
Over here, this guy's gonna turn you into a delinquent.
No. She's chill with whatever this man is smoking. But she knows that Sonnet is very particular with her health, and she's like, okay. Nah.
Yeah.
Sonnet is already being turned into a delinquent.
Yeah, she's halfway here.
I like to imagine that Sonnet's being turned into an anarchist, not a delinquent. There's a difference.
That's true. That's fair.
No, the delinquent is in the woods wearing a leaf mask.
Yeah. Oh. Anyways,
I think Sonnet would basically just kind of excuse herself and glide down where Ine is.
alright.
Mm-hmm.
Very politely, keeping politeness up.
No, he's fine. He just like, I mean, yeah, do you? I'm just saying, like, you don't have to hide here. You can just go inside. Like, we're not gonna kill you.
Sorry.
Not unless you're trying to kill us first, obviously.
Oh no, I absolutely not.
Sonnet slowly trying to inch away, trying to retain politeness. Please let me out of this conversation.
I love. Can you tell, by the way, that I've been watching too much Dimension 20? Anyways,
I know you gotta spin on
And the
this.
scale
This is fun.
tips.
and the trifecta rotates once again.
anyways,
I think
you come down to NA. The lot of you, by the way, meal's fucking delicious.
Ooh.
hell yeah.
Like, no joke, let me just really quickly. He gets a plus 11 to this.
Ooh.
That's still an
Gosh.
18. That's still an 18. He rolled a 7.
Sheesh.
He cooks you like a very, very good meal.
Mm-hmm.
Damn nice. Yeah, I think Ikora is gonna enjoy her meal and also use this time to do like a little bit of thinking as she looks around. Because boy is there some thinking to do, which is I feel like fairly obvious at this point.
Lewis is not thinking about this any further. Lewis is enjoying drinking.
Drinking moments.
Yeah.
Well,
Just,
yeah, you know. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, she's gonna try and just like keep her head down in the sense of like not try and antagonize anyone, while also kind of just trying to, you know, I guess people watch, take it in a bit.
Yeah. For the most part, everybody's speaking Boko. I think Eliza's the only one who speaks Common occasionally. And she's just like speaking it to specific people. You can see it's the same, like, these are probably the people who work for her.
Mm-hmm.
And who are either that or trying to learn Common. But
Mm-hmm.
you guys have a nice meal. Each of you pay 3 tankards, 2 meals. That's 6 plus 10, 16 copper total for like the whole thing.
Dang. Alright, let me check out.
I have 6 copper and 40 gold.
Yeah, let me see what sums of money Cora has. So that way we don't have to break out the gold pieces.
She has change.
Mm-hmm. I
Yes.
think, well, Lewis is smart enough to not, like, pull out all of the gold. He's probably just gonna pull out 1.
Smart.
Alright.
You guys can do the math yourselves.
Okay.
You guys pay and bring stuff down as much as you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, Fletch. Am I docking a single gold?
Let me check real quick. I don't think DMV saved the money that I put in, so I'm real quick scrolling back to see what Cora had beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
At most, you can just pay 2 silver and leave it at that. That's basically 20 copper.
Yeah, may as well leave a tip.
Mm-hmm.
Images. Would you load
Okay.
for me? Would you load for me images?
From
Beautiful images
from
on my
Ikora?
computer.
I do want to double check so I know if I could do it. Break. So 2 silver, 10 silvers, 1 gold. It's 10, and then I take 2 away from that, making it 8. Okay, cool.
Math moments. Money
Math
math moments.
So,
Money.
in a
Okay, yeah. Ikora has 43 copper, so she can
there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can put down 6 and she'll fill in the rest with a tip.
There you go. Before we leave the three of you, are the two of you stepping inside, doing anything in particular? What are you doing?
Okay, so
Hmm.
The
I
two
should
outside.
actually.
I'm
So put
thinking.
down the 6.
Sonic's just handed me a
That's-
big fat load of nothing is the thing.
So Lewis will once again wave at the friends at the window, like, "Come on in! Come on! Come on! Come on!"
Sonic is
So
gonna
we can
shake her head
actually
like, no,
talk.
no,
Yes,
no.
come in,
No.
come in, come in.
no.
Ine will turn to Sonic and be like, "Do you want me to pass on a message? I
I
want you to be comfortable."
I would rather stay out here, honestly. This feels out of
Nods.
sorts from my usual, and I'm nervous.
I can return back in a few minutes to accompany you outside.
Thank you.
And Ine will like knock on the window and go towards the door because I don't think she can open that door herself or the dog.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to get up because I didn't sit in any of the seats because I don't usually. I'm just gonna place the mug down. I've just been, enjoying it, so it's not all gone all at once. I'm just gonna walk over to the door and open it for Ine.
Yep. Steps inside.
Mm-hmm.
And tags along with Lewis, and goes to the table.
How did the Opulence feel about a wolf walking in?
Are you having the wolf walk in?
Or is it just Ine?
Did I see a no dogs allowed sign?
There's no dog. There's not a no dogs allowed sign inside.
Then I'm taking the
Nice.
wolf in. I'm on the wolf's heads.
Again, the things quiet down. Is that your dog? You see Eliza?
Yes.
Yep.
Looks at Eliza. Yes.
All right. And in Boko, she says, "Get back to your conversations."
Wolf is very, very, very friendly.
You're allowed inside.
Dog's probably very confused. Yeah.
And Lewis will go back to the table and take up the crouching sit and pick up the sign again. So
and this table's fucking. This room's very loud. I just heard the sound effects. Anyway, Ine would say, "I am only here for a little bit. I will reaccompany Sonnet outside."
Hansel does pipe up and says, "You want to try some of the meal?"
I would take some, yes.
You see, cuts up a small little piece of the pork and a little bit of the mashed potatoes and puts it on. Not a napkin.
Yeah, try and find a dignified way.
Put it on a spoon.
There you go. Ine takes out her own like carving knife and just tries a bit.
It's good. Really good.
She is good. I'll say.
Lewis is going to lower its voice volume and just like look at his companions at the table and go, so I do not think this is a trap.
Yeah.
It is just an establishment.
Everybody roll with some saving throws. No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the fucking pork was trapped.
I didn't eat any.
No.
Thank you.
The ale, oh god.
The ale!
Roll Constitution saving throws, everybody. No.
Kicked in.
Really? Because...
No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, I think it is safe to say that. By the way, do we know if Sonnet wants anything?
I can just get them a meal.
Yeah. Yeah, do we want to get Sonnet a nice warm meal?
Yeah.
That
Even if she's eating outside?
would be good.
A to-go box.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, Sonic, get your order. We're getting a to-go box.
Do you think you and Sonnet should go like tell the caravan that it's fine.
So if the
Don't see why
caravan
not.
does decide to come, we should probably warn the we should probably give everyone a heads up.
Yes. Because we did tell them that we would check it out, which does assume that we tell them that it's fine to stay here.
Because Tell, by the way,
At the
stood
very
up
least.
and went to order a to-go meal.
A kids meal. Kids meal.
It's-
It's a joke. I know that Sonnet is an adult.
yeah, I know.
We all know this.
I mean, I'm not sure if Akora knows, but yeah.
In her Subaru, driving up to Sonic to give her McDonald's.
Okay, because like in Akora's defense, the Reno that you see around Hyrule, they do tend to be quite large.
Yeah. They usually are more. They usually have more plumage, if anything. Just because they
Sonnet
keep warm.
is small.
Yeah.
It's like if you put a seagull next to a bird of prey, which is
So, like-
exactly it.
I don't think Akora knows, especially because, like, I'm not sure how true this is for Rito, but, like, for a lot of birds, like, once they grow in their final set of feathers, or, like, their adult plumage, its size, you tell if they're an adult by their size.
Yeah, that's fair, because they don't get much
Yeah.
bigger after that.
Mm-hmm.
The to-go meal, by the way, was a 25 on the roll.
Oh my gosh, I got the better food!
Let's go!
Cook
It's
that.
healing!
Doesn't heal, but by God, is it the best fucking pork you've ever tasted?
I mean, it's probably even better, too, because, like, Sonnet's sitting out in the cold and, like, has a nice warm meal.
Mm-hmm.
Just amplifies it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now that makes her nerves from before, like, go way down.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
I'm guessing a lot of you eventually do get up to go and tell the caravan that it is okay to
Mhm.
pass.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get your to-go meal. You stand up. You head out. Eliza says, as you leave, do feel free to come again, and if you have some nice fellows who would be willing to have a nice meal on the way to Goron City, do let them know of us.
We are right now. Liz gives her a smile.
Fantastic.
Not his mouth, baby.
Honestly, like, dang, Sonnet, the food would probably be so good that Sonnet would, like, let the caravan leaders give it a try. It's like,
You
dude,
could say
this food is real good. If you guys need, like, a new stop on the way to places,
Stop
So-
here.
You guys eventually deliver the news. Rockhawk is like
Mhm.
an entire inn ran by mummies. And
And one Hylian.
what an interesting development. And you say the food is good.
I have some here if you want to try it.
You see, he takes out from his. He reaches into a small box, opens it. There's a small little, like, very nice silverware.
Mm-hmm.
Cuts up a small little piece, takes it, eats it, and hold on. You roll deception.
Oh,
If anybody wants to roll insight real quickly.
Alright.
Oh, I would love to.
Oh, yay!
have insight?
yippee.
okay.
I will not. I will believe what is being
Yeah,
said.
what he-
19.
You guys can see that he is lying out of his ass when he says, "I had better."
And it says, no, you haven't. Bitch. But she doesn't,
Beside
but you know.
the point, as you see, I am quite peckish. Is there any way I could get that off of you?
Lulu's just like tilts its head to the side because what Rockhawk just said and then asking to get it off does not compute.
Yeah. All of you, by the way, can
Well,
see
if
that
you
through
don't-
his lie.
Well, if you don't exactly like it, then why would you want to keep it? Sonnet
just-
points out very pointedly.
I'm just peckish. God, don't need to make a big deal out of it. And you see,
We're not getting our deposit back. We lost it.
I do not believe we have time to stop by such a place, as much as I'm sure it is intriguing. And let me actually get rid of the music. The ambience does not need to be here.
Alice a chank!
So please, I do believe we need to get going.
Well, you should consider stopping another time then.
Perhaps I do take this route often.
It's worth consideration, at least.
As you guys leave, who has the highest passive perception?
I know
Sonnet.
Sonnet's is pretty high. 16 at least. 16.
Anyone
Not
else has
fucking
16?
Akora.
Yeah.
I have 14.
Liz,
16.
16.
Nice.
Is it same for you, Sonnet?
Yep.
I think Constell's. I'm gonna put it at 15, just because I do not have the character sheet. at the
Yeah,
moment. But the both of you, with a keen hearing, do hear Raka say, like, "Joshua, I want you to go with them."
What'd you say?
Joshua, I want you to go to get me a to-go meal. Like, he whispers underneath his breath to Joshua.
Asha, here's my phone. I need you to order these things right now. Here's my card.
So good.
I need you to drive
Sonnet,
to 5 Guys right now.
nobody can see Sonnet's shit-eating grin beneath the mask, but she has it.
Hey, you guys don't know. Maybe the Moblin might become a more reputable establishment now that a fucking a trader is now gonna be speaking about it.
So, what's the likelihood of this place getting refranchised by this guy and then absolutely losing its soul into
Let's just say
in
if
the
we ever
case
get,
of gentrification?
let's just say that if we get to end of the campaign, there might be an ending. Like end thing that I might throw in there.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Our
Amazing.
side goal is to find a good aligned, reputable lawyer, and we send them to this inn, and we make sure these people who run this inn do not sign any shady contracts that will absolutely ruin anybody who has gone into this establishment and
That's
put their
so
livelihoods
fucking-
in it.
That's so fucking funny. Anyways,
Yeah,
I do
that
believe
is
Imagine the rest of
ideal.
the day. At least for their next
It-
little bit of travel, Sonnet is gonna tuck into this meal and enjoy it.
yeah.
Yeah, because another thing about like making them a bit more public is that it's the position they're in is also like kind of dangerous for them because someone can just stomp in, wreck the place, and then claim that they were doing good. But if
Yeah.
people like know about this particular place and see it as like an actual establishment, then it's going to be much harder for people to do so.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? With that, is there anything else you do for the day, or do we move on?
I think we move on.
All right, Sonic.
Personally.
D10, baby.
D10? Me?
Yeah. It's your 6th day of travel. You're almost there.
I love rolling dice. 9!
Reroll.
9!
Do a reroll for me.
A reroll? Okay.
Yeah.
2!
Okay.
Dos!
So, as you lot are traveling the next day, as the caravan travels up this path, you do see snow is now covering a majority of the Rocky Mountains, which is a weird sight because the rock here is like red and orange. It's like almost like a mesa. So to have snow on top of that is a weird like orange and white.
Yeah. Sonnet is just like, as they've been like getting more and more snow, like Sonnet has been just like quietly looking out and staring at it. She's been in a tropical place most of her life. She's never seen snow, this
That's
much
fair.
snow. And the fact that it's here is very strange.
Yeah.
At least according to others.
Correct. So, as a lot of you are traveling, you do see a small, like, not a small. This is a full-on wagon, on the side of the road with a, like slightly tilted off to the side, and you do see a, like about 3 people off in the distance. Joshua wasn't doing a scout ahead yet. He was probably on a lunch break or something like that. But you guys do see it up ahead. There's about 3 people that you can see just from here who are looking at the back of this wagon that's slightly tilted. What would you guys like to do?
Well,
We've established
I'm
that
sorry,
Akora
can
is
you,
now...
can you describe that to me again? I'm sorry, my brain just spaced out for a moment.
You're all good. On the side of the road, about I'm gonna say 100 to 150 feet in front of you, as you guys are rolling up on your caravan, you see a wagon, like a full on like wagon with a tarp over it, slightly tilted off to the side, like on the side of the road. And I'm gonna roll real quickly. No, they do not notice you on coming on the way here. But you do see there's about 3 people from this distance you can see right now. There's about 3 people, like looking at the wagon as it's slightly tilted on its side.
Okay.
So Lewis remembers the first time we came across a wagon that was tilted on its side.
Yes, when we were ambushed. I remember it well. Also, we have established that Akora has been, like, hiding the Master Sword a lot better now that we're traveling in groups, yes?
Correct.
Okay.
At the very least, it's always on your
Cool.
person.
Yeah.
Probably in the hole. Why not just keep it in the hole?
I think that's
Originally,
where
she
we.
didn't keep it in the hole because she didn't trust them, but I think she's down to keep it in the hole now.
Yeah, I
Where's
think
the
that's where
skeletons
it
in the hole?
went.
Yeah.
I think that's where it went before we joined up with the caravan at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, I
recall
think she's keeping
correctly.
it in the hole as a precaution because there are children, and children like to ignore
Dig
personal
around.
property
Uh-huh.
and
good old
are
snoop and
bad at
snitch.
keeping secrets. So she's just gonna avoid that by keeping it in the hole.
Okay.
Smart.
I'm gonna like stop walking and stare up at like the covered tarp, and then turn to like Sonnet and go,
You want me to look ahead?
yes.
On it.
Last time, yeah.
I'll follow you.
Thank you.
You see, Joshua actually stands up. Now that you guys have seen, we have all seen this thing, and just says like, "I'll give you the help action basically, so you can look with advantage."
Okay. Sweet. Thank you. She'll do a quick flyby. Which means advantage. I have to remember the command. I think it's this. 24!
24.
Yeah.
With a
Nice.
24 perception, you already get advantage on stuff that is moving. So here with a 24, here's what I'll give you. You not only see those three individuals, which now you can, with your eyesight, you can see are not all the same race. One of them is a Sheikah, the other one is a Gerudo, and lastly, you have a slightly smaller Goron, like probably like 3.5 feet, as well as two other individuals who are in front of the wagon. One who is sitting in the driver's seat, who seems to be a Hylian, slightly sitting there, spinning a small little blade in his hands, like looking really bored. And the hardest to see was actually a Minish sitting on top of the wagon itself. They're not a snow Minish. This is a mountain Minish, which is why you're able to see them. They stand out against the white of the wagon tarp. And you do see they are equipped with weaponry. Some of them have one of them has a staff. The Gerudo has like a very short, short hair, like almost shaved, with plenty of like jewelry and stuff with a staff. The Goron seems to be having like a large mace behind him, and from just a 24, your best guess is this is probably another adventuring party.
I fucking knew it.
Oh my god.
Neat!
I mean, you know, a group of a motley crew.
Ragtag group.
Yeah.
Gee, are they perhaps on some sort of journey or quest?
Perhaps, mayhaps.
So when Sonic comes back, Lois is just like, "Do you think they would attack us if we approach?"
I don't think so. I think they're just travelers. Adventuring party.
With a 24, I'll also give you that. Apparently, something in their wagon has broken. You can see like a broken wheel on the side of the road. That they just thrown aside, and they're talking amongst each other, like how to you can't hear it, but like definitely looking at the parts that are broken and being like, how the fuck are we gonna fix this?
This is a 20-minute aside that's happening in the DnD group that the DM is just hoping they get through.
Yeah. They also may need help with repairing their wagon. It seems the wheel busted up.
And Lewis is gonna look over at Ikora and go, and like his eye lights up. Should we stop for a moment?
Well, I don't see why we can't help. If it's just the wheel, it should be a pretty quick patch job. Looks over at our artificer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can probably help.
Oh, for safety's sake, let's approach some distance from the caravan.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Agreed. We don't want to get close. Joshua says, like the.
I forgot you were here, Joshua.
I'm always here.
Just yes, we can approach alone. You stay here. And Lewis turns and starts walking towards the people. Someone better catch up with him.
Ikora's gonna jog after.
Yeah, Sonic's gonna stay next to Lewis this time.
We'll keep pace with the front group as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole party's coming, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. And he's kind of tailing behind, but it's still not hiding.
Let me really quickly just roll a because they've been focused, but as you guys are forward, 12 plus 6.
I am very loud. Ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk.
That is an 18. You definitely aren't. So you do see the first person to notice you is the Sheikah, who seems to be wearing like wraps around their fists, with a bit of a cloak to keep from the snow, and does like a little hand motion towards the other two, who notice and turn, and as well as on the top, the Minish goes over like. The Gerudo yells, not yells something, but like says something semi loud, which you guys can hear as like
Greetings.
Fancy name generator.
What?
Yippee!
Fancy name generator.
Fancy name generator.
Let's
We
go!
love it.
This session is brought to you by Fancy Name Generator every session.
Every session.
Yeah.
You hear the Gerudo yell the name Hosa.
Hosa?
Hosa. And it seems to attract the Minish forward towards the back. I believe the first one, the one who approaches first towards you guys, is the Gerudo themselves. Who says, like a bit away, just like, Sava, hi, are you lot?
Hello.
Again, it's always the giant automaton that just like all of the NPCs are just gonna be like, what the fuck?
1, 2 punch, baby.
I take the indication of the pause as an indication that I should introduce myself. I go, greetings. I am Living Library 0015, or Lewis.
Hi, I think Ikora's gonna peek around. Hi, we're traveling with a caravan, and we noticed that you look like you could use some help.
Upon seeing you and what you're wearing, you see her demeanor does calm down a little bit.
Question: what do you mean with what Ikora is wearing?
Ikora's
wearing a sheep cloak, just like Lewis is.
Oh, I mean that's fair.
Is Ikora in disguise?
Oh wait, that's right. Are you in disguise?
Because this is
probably
let me get the notes up. This is Sheppy or Sheepy.
Yeah, Cora's been having to stick with their sheepy disguise since they're traveling with another party for a while.
That's right.
Shaking
Never
my head
mind.
can't even do party mirrors.
Forgive me, I have forgotten. It's been a bit. Instead,
it's perfectly fine.
this Gerudo introducing himself as Gerudo name generator. I'm writing down these names, by the way, just in case.
Of course, yeah. I'm also.
I am too.
My name is Amy. Hi.
Amy?
Yes.
I heard Igni.
I like that one a lot better, actually. It's Igni now.
Okay.
Igni!
Our good friend Igni from Draft House.
Is that a thing? I wasn't aware.
Igni, your dog?
Kraken has a character named Igni.
Oh,
it's okay. It's okay. This is the campaign of we steal all our friends' names because I'm Lewis.
It's so
yes, correct.
It's fine. You see they're holding the staff and they say, "My name is Igni. We found ourselves marooned on the side of the road. One of our wheels broke. This is my and she says with a sigh, monthly crew.
You don't seem to like that phrase much.
That's what they like to call. That's what they like to call themselves. It's kind of stuck.
Do we have a name?
No, you don't.
Looks at the rest of the party.
No, you don't.
Do we haven't thought of one?
Do we need a name?
I don't think so. Not at this point.
It can be useful
Maybe
for document. Are you a lot adventurous? Do you travel a lot? Like
we are traveling.
Suppose we are. We do meet that definition. Yes.
Okay. Usually, when they ask like who we're paying, like when we're doing big jobs and stuff like that, they ask us for like what's your group's names.
Oh my god, they're asking us about taxes.
Either way, sorry to bother you again. Again, Motley Crew. Shika's Valk.
Valk.
Minish up there is Hosa.
Hosa.
H. Hold on. The small Goron his name is Gonga.
Gonga?
I will write all of these down.
Yeah.
So you know how to spell. And
I do want you to know that Lewis is repeating each one and
like categorizing them.
Yeah. And
like I understand this. Yes. These are these people. Okay.
And the Hylian trying to sneak behind you is my friend
Eric.
Did that pass our passives?
He did pass all of your passives. He rolled a fucking
A.
He rolled a 23.
Nice.
What was it? That was the
he rolled a 23. That was Eric. So let me write down these names real quick for you guys.
Oh, that was the Hylian who was flipping the knife around that Sonnet saw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sonnet knew about him.
Lewis's body turns a whole 360 degrees to look at Eric.
Eric does like a little like deer caught in headlights before he goes like, Igni, come on! At least let me introduce myself. Goodness gracious, can't have anything in fucking well. And
well, you certainly are adventurous if you're keeping a thief around.
Not a thief. Not a thief. I do not steal from those less fortunate than me. Also, I can play a mountain lute, so like, don't.
Oh,
play?
you can play an instrument like and like Sonnet. And Lewis looks over at Sonnet immediately and smiles.
Right. So, Lewis, Sonnet, I'm Constel. I believe you need help getting your wheel fixed. Constel stiffs forward. I believe I can assist. And she's actually going to go back towards the caravan and go gather some things. And says, Igmi will stay with you lot. But yes, thank you again. It's not just our wheel; it's also our axle broke. So, yeah, it's
that's a bit trickier.
Yeah.
I came along because Lewis processes for a moment, and like the light dims and then brightens and dims. I can lift the cart.
Yeah, he's
Honestly,
real strong.
I believe it. Do the other two introduce themselves? What's Ine doing, by the way?
Looking at the fucking thief.
The thief just kind of like goes back to like picking his tooth with like a small knife, picking at his teeth before he returns
Bro,
to the
you're
cart.
gonna make your fucking gums bleed.
Not up to him.
What are you, a dentist?
He doesn't fucking care. He doesn't get good dental.
Well, he is an adventurer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Truly,
Yeah.
truly a freelancer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get benefits as an adventurer unless you find them yourself.
Yeah. Either way, the Goron turns into a small ball and rolls up next to Igmi and just says like, "So you lot are here to help? Yes."
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
However we can.
Thank goodness we've been here for the last 20 minutes, and I don't think we were gonna get anywhere. And the Sheikah finally comes up and speaking in sign language, speaking with her hands specifically, just says like, "Oh, shut your mouth. I could have rolled and been the wheel, yes, but that would have hurt a lot."
What happened to break the wheel, if I may ask? Was it just rough terrain, or?
It's a bit of a plot hole up ahead, actually. I can show it to you so that way your caravan's fine. But
A plot hole?
A plot hole.
A pothole. Anyway,
sorry.
It broke our wheel, and we didn't notice until our axle had basically almost torn itself apart.
Understood.
We can show it to you. What was I gonna say? Also, it didn't help that the road's covered in snow.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Yes.
usually like this.
So I've been told, but I haven't frequented this area much. Have you been here before?
I have. I lived here for a while. I've actually. We were trying to figure out. We wanted to stay and help, but my people, Igmis, continues talking. My mother's asking me to come down. There's been a lot of stuff going down with the Gerudo, and so. And you see finally
We have
running up.
heard a bit about that along the road. Sorry, I just wanted to make a comment. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Running up to the Sheikah and climbing up to his shoulder is this mountain minish, which none of you have seen a mountain minish before, I don't think. Compared to Ine, Mountain Finish is almost like twice the size. This is like a full blown, like almost a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Very large. But they climb up to the shoulder and just speak and say, what's the voice I'm gonna give him? I don't want to go Stuart Little. I can't go Stuart Little. And just says, actually, translate for the Sheikah as you see, as the Sheikah does a bunch of signs and says, and like my friend here is saying, not much we could do against the snow here. We don't really have a lot of supplies, and we don't really know they don't really know what up in Gorun Gourge. They don't know what the hell's causing it. So we decided our best use is just to head on down and try to assist with whatever we can.
Lewis looks to the rest and just like starts doing like little tappy feet, like smiling at everyone else, like, I got an idea.
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
I'm dying at that image.
Isn't the Moblin Inn a day away from here?
Yeah,
or something like that.
The Moblin is about a day's away.
Lewis just, like, tappy feet, and then looks back. Well, if you're low on supplies, there is an inn about a day's back, down that way.
Hold on. Trying to see if they knew about it. This is just a luck check. They don't. An inn? That's new.
Yes.
I've traveled this road quite a way. This is the first time I'm hearing of it.
It's pretty new. It's primarily run by moblins, but they won't give you any trouble.
Yes, we had a nice time there.
They have really good food, like surprisingly good.
They all look really like it is a genuine like confused a little bit. Before finally Constel comes over and says, I think I have everything I need. Lewis, do you mind helping me?
Yes! And Lewis immediately goes over and very gently picks up the cart.
You see the thief, it says, the Hylian, Eric, it says like, I mean, I could have picked it up, whatever. And I'll just roll for Constel to fix part of
whatever roll Constel is giving. I am gonna do guidance. That seems the best one.
What do clerics have? Hold on, let me go look at a cleric's spell list.
Also guidance. Just
guidance and blast.
I don't know, bro.
Bardic inspiration and guidance. You know what? I'm a bard. I should use these.
Yeah, you should.
Hold on. Does bless count for ability?
No, bless wouldn't count for the ability check, I don't think. So only the bardic inspiration and guidance would be helpful.
Oh
yeah. And I think Ikora can probably just offer the help action of like hand me tool and all that stuff.
You could do that. I was just gonna say that Igni actually casts enhanced ability.
Hey!
Nice.
And gives
on God, we are fixing this cart.
On God, gives
one go.
This would be Constel's fox cunning for intelligence because it's gonna be.
We're doing it in one trip, or we're gonna die trying.
Yeah, so this is 20. It's a nat 20.
Oh yeah!
No. I'm so sad Hex is not here for this.
Yeah.
Here's
it would be so cool to get Hex's description of how this happens.
I will
Yeah.
once Hex comes back and listens to this, I will definitely leave up to them. But for right now, I will say that um, uh, Constel is able, in a matter of like 20 to 30 minutes, which is easy for you to pull the card up that long,
Mm-hmm.
manages to like use their tools and a bit of their scrap material to basically like upgrade the wheel.
Nice.
As well as the axle to not be as easily broken. It does look far more mechanical than before, but it is definitely gonna stick. And you see Igmi,
Tripped out your ride.
yeah, fucking pimp my ride, Constel. And they you easily alongside Ganga?
Yeah.
Alongside Ganga. I think is that the name I gave? I need to fucking write down who's
Yeah,
who.
Gunga
The
is
Gorun,
Goron,
the
I think.
Goron is Gonga. I wrote it down. Gonga is the Goron. Valk is the Sheikah. Hosa is the Minish. Igmi is the Gerudo. And the Hylian is Eric.
Mhm.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
This is now the Motley Crew.
Yeah! I hope to see them in the future.
Motley Crue.
Mayhaps, we don't know. Let's try to write all this down. And Eric is all right. I'm guessing you guys introduce yourselves, so that way your names. You give your names. Which one of your names you give?
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
Sheepy.
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 Ine is hesitant to give her name to a group that almost split up, but sure, if peer pressure says
You
so.
don't have to.
You don't have to,
I mean-
and you also don't have to give them your real name.
Yeah. I don't
will
think
say
Lewis
that,
would have a reason to talk to Ine right now, so Lewis is not going to out you.
I will say that the Minish of the Avenger Party, while the thing is getting fixed, does make their way towards you, like Ine. If you're not hiding,
Not actively, no.
and eventually just pipes up and just says like, "Are you heading up to the mountain? Are you here to assist?"
Yes.
You probably want to. If I don't know if you're going to Gorun Gourge or Gorun City, but you more than likely want to visit the smallest, largest settlement, which is the.
I was
if you
just about to message Ine to ask about that, but you're already doing it. Nice.
if you do not mind, roll me have you roll history for this before?
I remember getting information about it, but I don't remember if I rolled it.
Okay. This is again like the largest Minish settlement. Which is to say, like, somebody built a city in their like a Lego city in their basement. If you get what I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
We're talking the size.
Oh, hang on.
The size comparison. Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
literally?
Size comparison.
Okay.
It's a bit outside of Goron City. I'm guessing you obviously Snow Minish. Have you been here before?
Shakes her head.
You're going to want to look for the fox-shaped rock.
Huh?
He says you want to look for the fox-shaped rock. That's how you'll find it.
Fox.
Okay.
It's not within usual, like within. It's not within usually like within the homes of the Gorons. The architectural structure doesn't let us build as well, so we've had to build. The smallest lodge settlement is built within the outskirts of the Goron city.
I see.
And he just says like, the name's Hosa, but
Inesu. Thank you for the directions.
And with that, he'll make his way back to the party. You guys fix the cart. Eventually, the caravan, seeing that you guys are assisting, does drive up forward. And it's a nice small conversation. If there's any questions you want to ask, now would be the time during the when you're making when you're fixing the cart. But if nothing else happens, you guys eventually do fix the cart, and they thank you.
Few questions
Yes.
Sonnet would ask. First one is going to be like a message towards one of the party members of, do we want to warn them about the Yiga clan members that we fought in this area? Please back?
Oh, towards the river.
Yeah.
We Lewis looking over at Sonnet and then going, be careful by the river when crossing it. Yes? Look over at Sonnet.
Sonnet nods. We were
towards Lanryu.
We were ambushed by Yiga clan members.
By the river?
By the river.
They came out of the river.
How were they? Were they swimming?
Yes.
Yes, they were Zora specifically.
When you mentioned the Yiga clan members, by the way, the Valk does pike up and like tense at that mention. And then gets a small confused look at the Zora mention. In fact, all of them give a small confused look at the Zora mention. Interesting. We'll definitely keep an eye out.
We did not get to question them. They got away. Lewis's eyes briefly turn purple before they go back to blue again.
Inky.
Definitely an interesting encounter. All right, we'll definitely keep an eye out for that. The Yiga members are also beginning to hire people from outside of their secret race. And you see Valk does a couple of does a hand sign something, and Igni responds in, No, I get it. We need to look into that.
That is weird in my understanding, but my understanding I assume has been outdated by several centuries.
It's definitely new. That's for sure. Thank you for the warning. And they'll begin packing up. Are there any other questions?
Is there anything besides the pothole ahead that we should be on the lookout for?
Nothing much. We're honestly traveling pretty quickly through trying to not get caught in the snow, but obviously that didn't help us. We'll travel a little slower. If you're trying to help and you're heading to Gorun Gourge, I suggest speaking to Namulba. He's the
Who?
Namulba, and I will write that down for you.
Yes, please. Thank you.
He's the Goron.
Moba.
He's the great Goron brother that runs that runs Gorun Gourge. He's been investigating what exactly has been going on in the mountain, taking in some of his men and traveling further and further into the mines, trying to figure out. They did find it does get colder the deeper they get, which is unusual. This is again, Death Mountain would usually maintain.
Death Mountain is a volcano. You would think it would get warmer.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they've been.
That is extremely odd.
The wolf is spiking up.
Wolf agrees.
Yeah.
Wolf agrees.
Wolf agrees. So they're investigating the mines, from my understanding. The MOBA is definitely looking for people to go down in there, but
Go down in there.
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, thank you. And Sonnet will do a polite little bow.
Any last questions?
Not that I could think of. Those were Sonnet's main concerns.
Yeah, I think those also address Decora's main concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed here. I did ask what I wanted to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then with that,
She is real quick gonna check and make sure that everything in her pockets are still in her pockets.
you were not pickpocketed. Well, you know what?
Alright.
You were definitely not pickpocketed.
Did you see the attempt?
Not only did you see the
Or
attempt,
was it
so did Igme, and Igme fucking knocked Eric over the head.
That's what I thought. Yeah, prevented before he
Absolutely
even
not.
approach the party. No, you may not look at our hole. Go away.
Post hole.
No, the hole has I would imagine that we haven't taken out the hole in a while
obviously.
because we've been traveling with other people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't show your super cool magical item.
You
No
definitely
way.
don't show hole.
No.
Yeah.
I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this.
Do we want to take a little break?
Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good idea. I can
I need to refill my water bottle anyway. I have run dry of my 40-ounce water bottle.
We are
Oh damn.
we are arriving close to the end of this section. I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm so glad that you guys are making more out of this little traveling segment, because I thought this would take this would go by a lot faster. You know what? It's a little fun to have. You definitely needed the break.
We like the interactions. We like the fun stuff.
We like exploring the world and having to confront
your racial
and having
biases.
to confront racism and your internal biases.
Oh. My brain is just like my brain. I think watching Dimension 20. By the way, this is break time. If you want to go, you can go. I'm just gonna keep
Yeah.
Okay.
BRB, but I'm still listening.
Yeah. But I was gonna say, watching Dimension 20 has definitely given me like, just push forward. Like just like not because I want to speed through it, but because like anything that you do can be used again later, in a sense. Like I'm giving you information. I'm giving you like I'm giving you like that makes sense within the universe.
And it also like
No, go ahead.
It's fine if the things that you set up don't come back around because that is just a living, breathing world.
Yeah.
And people have their own interiorities, but also we can trust in the brain to make connections and put coincidences together and string it into a full story.
I'm excited that I've come up with Motley Crew because this honestly, not gonna lie to y'all, I had written down a small adventuring party needs help with the cart, and that's all I wrote down. Everything else has been fucking improv.
Nice.
God damn! On the fly.
Um, you just gotta you can come up with any character by just throwing fucking shit at the wall. It's easy. Just
Yeah.
small Goron.
Yeah,
Trust.
you hold up a guy, and then you put something incredibly freakish in them, and then you have a real person.
Yeah.
That's a little guy. You give them a personality trait that they tend to have displayed. You give them a goal. There you go. You have a little guy now.
Just make him weird.
Yeah.
All right. Need to grab food. I'm gonna go grab some food. By the way, I did have a list of the Zelda fish pulled up in case you fucking asked me. Just in fucking case.
Amazing. Honestly, incredibly valid of you because I would not
I
put it
fucking
past
hate that.
us.
I fucking hate that Twilight Princess game because that's the thing that stopped me from being a Zelda fan because I was so confused as a child of what to fucking do. To do that fishing part at the beginning, it stopped me.
No joke. There is a Wikipedia section in the Zelda wiki that is just like all of the fishes in the series, and like it does list them like by. Oh, that's actually a really cute one. Hold on. This is definitely a. I gotta spoil this because it's a fucking fish. But this is cute. It's called a cuckoo fish.
Spoil that thing. Oh my fucking god! Oh god! I have an edited image of that with the real life counterparts of those animals. I hate that.
Post.
I don't like that.
Postal salmon. You can only catch it when you're wearing the postman's hat. Why?
Why?
Is this supposed to be a joke of like tuna being the chicken of the sea or whatever the fuck?
I don't know, man.
This isn't even a tuna. This is like a goldfish.
You can also fish in Phantom Hourglass, and there's a bunch of fish in here. These are all sea fish, though, so I'm not gonna.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god. I need to do a food check.
Yeah, I guess I should probably do. I should probably get some food. Be right back.
Okay. Oy, oy,
I'm
oy, oy,
normal.
oy, oy, oy.
Oh, yo. I am normal now.
Nice.
I have achieved more water and ice.
Hell yeah.
I just had a category 4 ADHD moment.
Oh no.
I went and grabbed a Hot Pocket. I went to put it in the microwave. Realized I didn't know how long I needed to cook it for. Went back to the box I pulled it out of. Read the instructions. Turned on the microwave. Sat there the whole time. Realized the Hot Pocket was not even put there in the first place. Then cooked it.
You are so valid. I love you so much.
I hope that I'm doing it correctly. I know this seems to come out of nowhere when I was thinking about it. the racially biased information that Lewis has is just that.
Yeah, because, like, it makes sense that it would be, biased.
Mm-hmm. But it's obviously not out of malice, and it questions because it wants to know. It wants to learn.
Yeah, no, Ikora grew up in Hyrule, so, like, I'm not gonna pretend that she miraculously avoided having any sort of,
Yeah. I wanted to say that the reason why Lewis was like, oh no, wait, that's right, that just did not, like, react at all to the fact that they were sitting in a place where they're just, vibing with bokoblins and moblins, when they had very definitely killed at least a number of them before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, hey, look.
I will
This video
perceive.
is so good. It's so funny. You just get so animated. Why you doubt me?
You doubt my power.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. Oh. Hot Pocket. Time to eat.
Hot Pocket.
Hot Pocket. Yub yub yub. Man, I have missed D&D.
You're so valid.
Yeah.
I have missed it.
This
Like,
is
I
so
haven't
much
played like a
fun.
proper game in forever.
You.
I want to get back into playing games and maybe running them again. I'm just barrel.
Holds you.
Right.
Mm.
He's just very quiet.
Fair.
I am eating, so.
That's fair. It's just I miss the background music.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Ugh. Ugh.
For of which I would never pay tax.
I'm sorry, she would 100% do tax evasion.
Ain't paying taxes to this government.
Oh, def not.
I think everyone is in agreement that we should probably, like, remove the king from power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overthrow the government.
Hello.
Hello.
I have fries now.
Sonnet voice. I sure am glad I encountered people who are suspicious of the government before I realized that the government was something to be suspicious of. Listen, she has grown up on an island where the form of government is, just the people in charge on the island.
Yeah.
There ain't no country there. They're just a village on an island.
Mm-hmm.
They're a family.
They're a family.
Family. Bro, I have to think about the implications of Sonnet being on a little boat in her memory.
Being what?
Oh.
On a boat from the description of the moblin earlier.
Mm.
Sonnet voice. Did I go in the ocean? Did I travel and just not remember it? That doesn't seem likely because,
No.
the island's been quarantined a long while.
No. Like when you were super, super, super young.
Yeah.
Being like a trading ship where they Moblin that worked on it.
Oh, okay.
Like on the docks. I didn't mean like you were on the ship. Forgive me.
Okay, got it. I was a little confused. Understood now. That makes more sense.
I'm not giving you random memories that you wouldn't. Like, I don't think you would have. Like, I'm not putting you in the middle of a boat.
Yeah. That's fair.
I only do that to Ikora.
Yay!
Now, Sonnet, if you see a black vial of ichor, drink it before Jade says don't, and you'll get the forbidden secrets.
I don't think I want that. I don't think Sonnet would want that.
Fucking.
I can do that. I want the forbidden secrets.
The void fish is out there.
Void fish moment.
Void fish moment.
Void fish moment.
Okay. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
I'm done. I'm good.
I'm ready.
Semi. It'll take me a second to reply because I'm still eating, but I'm here.
Where the fuck were we?
We were starting to get a move on again, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, we were, okay, so we finished helping the Motley Crew. They're now on their way, and we're also back on our way to Gorun Gourge.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was your 6th day, so
We've
this
been
is your
given-
7th day.
We've been given information on, like, who to go to for
Means...
things and such.
Alright. Lewis, roll me a D10, please.
Okay, which one's my D10 again? I think it's these.
I have been wanting to say, like, when we do stop and set up camp, occasionally Sonnet will ask Ikora if Ikora wants bow and arrow lessons while they wind down.
Oh, I mean,
Aw.
if you want to be doing that, you could have just told me.
Yeah. That's I was
Yeah.
Akura would definitely take her up on that.
Heck yeah. Bow and arrow moments.
Bow and arrow moments.
Bow and arrow moments.
So you
I got
roll
a
a
2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Reroll.
Reroll.
10.
Reroll.
Yeah. I'm rerolling again. That was also a 10.
Yeah,
5.
5. Roll me a d4 and tell me if it's odd or even.
Okay.
Oh dear. Okay.
Even. I rolled a 4.
Uh-huh.
Neat.
On this particular day, you get a small snowfall.
Oh.
You see bits of snowflakes coming down. Weirdly combined. There's a weird. Hold on. There's a weird discrepancy between actual snow and the snow that you're getting right now, because it's slightly tinted gray due to the fact that like a lot of there was volcanic ash in the atmosphere at one point. So you're getting like ashy snow. But you do get a small bit of snowfall. It's not gonna cause any major health effects, don't worry. But nothing much happens for this day. You get a nice day. Just relax. Is there anything you want to do?
So with my herbalism kit, can I make a healing potion?
Ooh.
So, can you read me what the herbalism kit, how that works? Because I know it says
So proficiency with this kit lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make to apply herbs, and its proficiency with this kit is required to use it to create antitoxin and any potion of healing.
Okay.
So just a regular base healing potion is what I want to try to make.
You've been collecting ingredients through our travels, so I will say just roll me 2 survival checks, really quickly, just to see how many ingredients you get.
Okay, 2 survival checks. A natural 1 plus 1 and a 9 plus 1, which is 10.
Oh dear. You've made a healing poison.
No.
No.
That's just to gather ingredients. So
I see. Oh, okay.
I mean, to be fair, we're in the snow.
Yeah. The DC was high, anyways. Here's what I'll say. You can attempt to make 1. So I believe that is a roll.
With proficiency.
With your proficiency. Is there a DC that it stays on there, or do I get to come up with it?
You get to come up with 1.
Okay. Then I'm going to say this is a DC 16 roll.
Okay. So that would be my intelligence plus my proficiency, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 3 plus 3, so that's a plus 6.
So you roll a 10 or above. What do you roll?
It's okay, I rolled a natural 1.
Oh!
Sadly, you do not make any potions of healing.
That is okay.
Anybody else doing anything?
I think Sonnet has taken to practicing her harp again. It's been a while since she started playing the music.
I think Akura's probably just vibing today. It's cold.
Yeah. Whenever you do get to play, the Goron children do join you to try and dance.
Aw, cute.
Dance amongst each other.
Cute. Oh.
And you do see Rockhawk is sitting in the background, just like clapping along to the music. He doesn't have rhythm, but he's trying his best. It's like, oh, this is quite
Doing his
delightful.
best, man.
This is delightful. Um, on the final day, you lot finally arrive at Gorun Gourge.
Woo!
Away! Away!
First things first. As you were traveling, you have now begun to see what used to be massive pits of magma that were sort of sitting on the side of the road. Now, it would have been hot to approach had they not rapidly cooled. So you see, like, at certain points, there's like small bits of like lake due to the internal heat of the magma eventually turning. So like there is a layer of like frozen ice on top, and then below it you can see like the frozen, the like rapidly cooled rock that has formed, creating these weird like ice fields around you. And as you're coming up to Gorun Gourge, you see a large sign covered in a bit of snow, made out of metal in like different parts. Do any of you speak Goron?
Let me look.
Probably not.
Nope.
Nope.
But I do have comprehend languages.
You need to be touching it to be able to read this.
Oh, yeah, good point.
So in
That's
just
the way up there.
there's something written in a Goron language. And you do see small bits. This is basically like a small mining town. You see stacked on like different layers of the rock is built into it. It's just like metal structures built mostly out of metal with like giant bolts, with bridges connecting places and like small staircase from it. And you do see like a large quarry off like pretty close to where the main village part of the village sits. With Gorons of all types running around. You see most of the ones running right now are either carrying like weaponry or are bundled like in like massive cloaks that are slightly too small for them. Definitely like outfitted from other races as quickly as they could. And you see like a large bonfire has been started in the center of the town where a couple of the Gorons have gathered. But you have arrived at Gorun Gourge. What would you like to do?
Hold on a sec. Let me check my notes because I know we were supposed to meet someone that Pura was it Pura knows?
Did I give you a name?
Oh gosh, I don't.
You did. I just need to look into my notes.
Beige. Goron, comrade of Pura.
Beige. Yeah. That guy. That person. Beige.
I copy and paste it from my notes into the DM realm for y'all.
Oh, Beige is in Goron City. That's right. Okay.
Okay.
Got
it. Cool. So Goron City. So we aren't there quite yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Beige is in Goron City. In Gorun Gourge, you were told by the mountain crew to meet Namulba, who's the great Goron brother. He's basically like the leader of the town.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think as soon as they end up in Gorun Gourge, Sonnet will hop from the cart caravan and basically just ask around.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Namulba.
Swinging to roll from protection, 80 extra attack, and cargo passengers are harmed. Cool. You guys, when arriving with the caravan, by the way, the caravan like splits off finally, and you see Rockhawk get off and walk up to a lot of you and say like, "Well, it has been very interesting traveling with you lots. Should you ever feel the need to if you ever happen to see me, I would definitely love to have you traveling with my caravan. But here," and he deposits 80 gold into whoever wants to grab it. It's a small bag.
Nice.
Sonnet will take it.
He gives 80 gold to everyone?
No, just
Or
to the
just
group. It's
to
just
split amongst us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
split amongst you lot.
No, I wanted to be sure I understood what was going on. So the group gets
Yeah.
80 gold, and Sonnet takes it.
It's 100 gold total
Mhm.
because they gave you 20 up front and 80 if you were attacked and
Got it.
nobody everybody came.
So everyone gets 20 gold pieces then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What has Ine been doing with Ine's money?
Yeah, where do you keep it in a?
Isn't it just
See where the
I mean,
eye
Ine
is.
could
It's on
just- the hole?
the hole.
Probably the
or the
hole.
wolf. I don't know.
Probably
It's
the
mostly
hole.
the hole because I don't think to keep her dignity in check, she ain't like going to be rolling up huge ass coins to whatever counter. She's gonna use her pocketbook and buy stuff at miniature establishments.
Nice.
The
Anyway,
money,
we are going to Money City, so maybe we can ask a question of what happens.
yeah. You will eventually. So you're asking around for Namulba?
Yes.
Don't see why not. And Ikora's probably going to like look around as they do so. Maybe see what's going on in the shops.
Mm-hmm.
They did just get paid.
There's not a lot of shops open. A lot of the places have closed down, saying like low on stock, can't help. Mostly because almost everything has been put forward towards making sure everybody's warm, able to eat, and assistance with however.
They're in survival mode.
Yeah, they're currently very much in survival mode. I will say no. There wouldn't be anything open like that because there's no like magic shop or anything like that here. You'd probably find that in Gorun City. Instead, asking around for Namulba, you do eventually get pointed towards the quarry. And I'm guessing a lot of you head over there.
Yeah.
So a lot of you enter the quarry, and you see there is a large-scale mining operation. A lot of Gorons are here. There's a bunch of also Rito, Rito who have come in assistance, who are more familiar with the cold weather and are able to better help with like moving snow around and all that jazz. You do see somebody who's like making and taking orders, and this is where you're pointed to for Namulba, and you see this large, like very very large Goron, which speaks for itself when like most Gorons are bigger than you. Like arm about as thick as two of like Lewis's heads.
Two of Luce's heads? Wow.
Yeah. We see a large like cloak that's been worn as a cape, over the shoulders. An eye patch on one side, a large like head of hair that's been crunched up into a small like ponytail, going all the way into the back, and you see frills coming from the jacket, like small bits, like keep the heat in. This is Namulba, the Great Goron brother, and possibly the largest Goron here. Who
Big.
Yeah. Is you see him ordering around and just saying like, Group 3 can come out, send in group number 1. They can keep on the mining facilities in out. Chester, do you know what the this is at work currently? How do you want to approach?
I know how Lewis would approach.
Is the big robot
Ikora's
approaching?
going to put a hand on Lewis.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is anyone going to stop him?
Yeah. And she's just gonna say, yeah, He seems really busy right now, so let's try and find a good time to talk to him before we distract him.
Okay, I can wait.
Crisis averted.
Lewis pulls out a notebook and starts writing down, observing what's going on and writing down his own notes.
What you observe happening is that a large mining crew is exiting the mines as and another one is entering. This is a constant workflow of Goron's resting, eating, doing what they can, and then going back in. It is a constant currently. Eventually, you do see Namoba does get a moment to stop everything. He's having food. You see, he's eating a large rock steak, onto his side, and even then, he's still somewhat working, mapping out plans. He has a large mining map on the table currently.
He's got all the details about what's happening in here.
Well,
as he settles down, Lewis will look at Ikora.
I think Sonic this whole time has been waiting for that lull in things, and as Nebula settles down and maybe eats a little bit before she approaches. At least let the man have some nutrient.
Yeah. Lewis is also gonna get the go ahead from Ikora.
So Lewis will probably also Lewis will walk in step with Sonic.
Yeah.
I know everything that's going on in my mind, and I know you lots have been waiting for a while. What do you need? As he turns to look at a lot of you.
Greetings! I am Living Library 0015. But they call me Lewis.
Yes, and I'm Sonnet, and she does a little bow. We were wondering if we could help with what's happening here.
Okay. You were gonna say something?
Ikora was just gonna introduce herself as Sheepy, but I think these two have it, so.
Okay. He fully turns around because he was looking at the table, and takes a large bite out of the rock, and then puts it down. Well, he can do some good mining, from what I can tell. Large, strong build. You know how to use a pickaxe?
Lewis slowly blinks.
He can learn quickly.
Yes.
This is a tumultuous operation. Are you? I can tell by. No offense, you lot look like adventurers.
We are.
We did come from rather far away.
And you do see a small Rito comes up next to him and just says, "Namova, there's been a small event that occurred inside the mine."
Lewis leans in.
I can't even get 5 minutes. What is it? A bit of a cave-in. Nobody's hurt. But there was a path that was found, not one of ours. And he points towards somewhere on the map and begins drawing with a small pencil, how far they traveled into. Um,
Mhm.
and you see,
Can Sonic get a look at the map?
Yeah, feel
Well,
free.
they're
Yeah. You are more than able to look at it. It's like right on the table. They're not really hiding it. This is a
Got it,
map
okay.
of like the mining facilities of Gorun Gourge, which is it's in and of itself a mining town. So
Mhm.
it's a large, like a very very large map. You do see the what he begins drawing is a small offshoot of more like natural cave. Uh, oh god, sorry. Of more natural cave that leads further, and you see
Mhm.
as this is also like under there's a map of Death Mountain, and so like they've kind of overlaid the map itself with over where Death Mountain is, and you see that small bit of cave leads more towards the center, but way farther down. Like this is um, not as far down probably as you guys went when you went into the shrine, but this is definitely a deep mining operation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyone who like knows Sonnet and is close enough to her can see that her feathers are kind of like floofing up a little bit.
Oh,
Ugh. Underground. Why is it
Lewis
always
is gonna.
underground?
Lewis is gonna reach over and very gently pat her back.
Oh,
Don't have the manpower to start investigating any open crevices. This is more than a crevice, Mr. Namoba. This is like a large cavern. It's whatever it is hasn't been seen, and I'm surprised you haven't like mined into it already.
Hmm.
He looks at that. He looks at the lot of you. All right. Perhaps a position has just opened.
we'd be glad to do it.
Yes.
At least listen before you know what the hell you're getting into.
I would like to know.
Let me look up a real quick. Just
Lewis, I am not afraid. I am going in. There's nothing you can say that will prevent me from wanting to go.
oh, Lewis, beloved.
I love you, Lewis. I love you, Lewis. I love you.
He's just like, oh, something unusual happened? Let me go see it.
Sonnet
What?
knows this. Sonnet is ready to
Lewis.
let
Yeah.
Lewis lead.
Yeah, Ikara is along for the ride.
I do think Hansel probably would be like, wait, let's hear stuff first as well.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Let's think about this.
Gorun Gourge is the largest mining operation within Hyrule as a whole. We mine mostly for price minerals, iron, copper, all that kind of stuff, as well as price. What the fuck is it called? Crystals and gemstones.
Mm-hmm.
This, of course, means, and he points towards the map. This is the largest mine you will have within like all of Hyrule. This thing travels almost down 3 kilometers. Actually, deeper than that.
That is quite far.
Yeah, 5 kilometers, which for us Americans is
Deep.
about 3 miles.
Yep.
Deep.
Very far.
And the new cavern that's just been opened actually goes further, reaching deep into the heart of the Death Mountain. I don't want to do a lot. I don't want to send in a lot of folks that are just going to die. So, is there anything you can say?
We're just going
tell
to what?
that are going to die? This is a very dangerous operation. Mining in of itself, for a Goron, we can handle tons of rocks falling on our heads. No offense, I think you're the only one here, pointing at the big metal hump, that could probably handle such a load.
Yes.
Especially with how unstable the mines are currently due to the inclement weather. Are you lot sure you want to take this?
Lewis will look to the others, but I feel like it knows the answer already.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sure whatever is in store for us, we are up to the challenge.
Though I do have to ask, are there monsters we should be aware of in the mine?
Not that there shouldn't be. If there are, that's a different issue.
My man's like, I don't want to think about that. That's scary.
Yeah. I can't speak for this whatever cavern that just opened, but you'll have a guide through the mine getting you all the way there at the very least, which should be more than safe. We've set up new structure just to maintain the mines, make sure nothing happens.
Understood.
The deeper you go into the mine, it seems to be getting colder, which makes it our guess that whatever is causing this weather is probably found deep within the heart of the mountain. It's entirely a, how would you say, what is the word? You can't move
Guesswork?
it not even just guesswork. It's a challenge to just get enough men down there to handle whatever the fuck is going on. I can't bring in the Goron army from Goron City. First of all, that's far too many resources. The best I can do is just keep on mining.
We
At the very least,
came.
At the very least, we can scout it out and see if there is a path to, well, a relatively safe path, so that if needed, we can get more reinforcements down there.
That is actually a good idea. And you see, give me your Thunderstone. He talks to the Rito, and he says, "Of course," but and just says he grabs it, and he has his own, and he hands you one of them. Once if you find whatever the hell is causing that, give me a call and tell me whatever the hell I'm expecting. I'll see about putting together a team.
Understood.
You got it.
What are your names?
I am
I'm Fauna.
living.
I got yours, big guy.
He stops like it's a very like uncomfortable stop. You know how when like vocal recordings are cut off.
Yeah.
You can call me Sheepy. Since Ikora is still stuck with that name because this guy knows their previous boss. Oh no. Because, you know.
They walked in as Sheepy. They're gonna have to stick with Sheepy for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh. All right. You lot are adventurers. I'm guessing you were expecting payment.
It would be nice.
I will have some payment, some sort of payment, pulled from my personal coffers.
We don't need anything too extravagant, though.
That depends
It
entirely
would
on the
feel a
job.
little bad. Translation: I would feel bad taking money from a place that is pretty obviously suffering right now.
Yeah. By the way, here we go. New music, baby.
Yeah.
Music.
Actually,
Yes.
on that note, do we have like an appropriate amount of supplies to get us from the gorge to the city?
Sonnet has been hoarding ration.
Yeah.
We got fish.
Fish.
True, we do.
Fish.
You get the idea that if you manage to somehow like assist and help, they will do everything in their power to get you where you need to go, especially if it's just Goron City. That's super easy for them.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because
Payments-
we're pretty good on gold right now. So she doesn't want to take like too much gold.
Mhm. We can worry about the details of payment later. For now, there's a job to do.
And a new place to explore.
Deep under-
Why is it always that adventurers have the death wishes? Like, he just says that to himself.
I do not have a death wish. I have a wish of knowledge.
Honestly, same.
Well, someone in this life has to fuck around.
Yeah. With that, unless there's anything else you want to ask him,
So you said there was a cave in. Is the entrance to this cavern unstable?
no, it was when we mined originally, and this is the reader speaking. When the miners mined, they did uncover the entrance to this massive cavern, and that caused a small collapse. But it's from my understanding, from what I'm being told from the miners down below, is that it's been mostly cleared, and they're coming back up just to regroup. Since this is an unexpected event.
Mhm.
Yo, do we have PPE?
A what?
PPE.
PPE?
Personal protective gear.
Yeah, can
Personal
we get some
protective
helmets up in here?
You can get hard hats, sure.
Well, also like respirators would
Yeah.
probably.
Oh, they don't have. They doesn't exist.
Oh no! Oh, there's gonna be so much shit in our lungs.
Worry about it.
You
40 years
mean
from
so
now.
much shit in
I
your
want to see they look
lungs?
down the numbers of their expectancy.
You're adventurers. You shouldn't be expecting to live more than 20 years at best.
If you make it to the end of the campaign, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Honestly, you have months, maybe.
Damn. I'm glad you gave us months and not minutes as we're about to head into this cabin.
With that, you are provided a Goron guide, who, you're given hard hats, and you are taken down deeper into this mine shaft. It's a mine. You see, it has been reinforced due to the structural integrity isn't that great due to how weird is acting. But as you are guided through, you are given like a lantern. So if you want to keep that on you,
Gladly.
Yeah. And you're also given that sending stone, and yeah, you are taking up to the cavern. It takes a couple of almost sorry. It takes almost
You're good.
a bit of the part of an hour to get all the way down to the
Mhm.
very bottom of the mine, and you do see part of it has somewhat collapsed and opened into a much massive, more natural looking cavern.
Mhm.
It's at this point that the guy just says, "This is my end. I can't take you past here. Good luck. Thank you."
Thank you. Be
you.
safe on your way returning.
I'll be fine.
Mm.
And you see he rolls up and begins rolling away.
Mhm.
And a lot of you enter the ice, what is now the ice caverns of Death Mountain.
As soon as the Goron rolls away, I imagine Sonnet this whole time has been appearing stoic as they go down, like trying to appear more capable than she feels. The moment he leaves, Sonnet just like deflates a little.
Yeah, breathing is a little bit weird because you are deep down. Like it's a little moist, and a little bit like super cold. You ever read that story about climbing into the caverns of an iceberg?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck off! No!
Are we?
Excuse me, I will go back to think about Ice Age instead.
Fair.
Are we stopping here for the session?
I want to stop here, but I would like because you can. Are you guys feeling tired? Is this a good stopping for y'all? Because I got a little bit more if you want to get going.
I can go for like half an hour longer if everyone's okay. If not, that's
Yeah,
okay
yeah.
too.
I'm
Here's it.
kind of tired.
Okay. Well,
You fading
Fair.
fast, understood.
Can you give me 10 to 5 minutes?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
I can
I just wanted to be like, are we going to go much longer? Should I get
No.
something to get my energy back, sort of deal?
Mhm.
No. It's a bit of travel. You are entering ice
Mhm.
caverns. Just for the sake of it, everybody roll me a small survival check.
Okay.
Yay!
Oh, where's my dice box?
This is just for traveling. I'll roll for
going to
Constel. I don't think Constel has
fighting
very good
on
survival,
myself.
wisdom, or intelligence.
Survival's wisdom.
Wisdom. So I don't think I'll give Constel a +3. That's still a 19.
Thank you, guidance. Thank you, guidance. Oh, well, 19. Nice.
19 from
Oh my
Constel.
god, are we all getting 19s?
I got an
I got a
18.
15.
Okay.
Which modifier is this again?
Survival.
Ooh.
Wisdom.
Oh,
25.
that's an 11.
We are in Ene's element, to be fair.
This is kind of
Yeah.
this is kind of your element. In fact, I think out of everybody, you're honestly the one leading.
Yeah.
Making sure to
I'm
make
just
call outs
glad
for everybody so that way they don't
collecting
slip on any ice. As you see, certain parts of the cavern have like the same thing you saw up above, where like lava has rapidly cooled, melted, like not ice, but not snow, but instead ice, and then like the ice melted again. So you have this like layer of like a stilled water that's now like turned into ice, with like volcanic rock underneath it. It's a weird mix.
Does the ice look like it froze in a direction? Or does it feel like it just kind of froze?
It just kind of
If that makes
froze.
sense. Okay.
It's like the water was still for long enough that it just kind of because moving water doesn't freeze, or it's a lot more difficult for it to freeze. This is like the pockets of stilled water that ice was created, magma melted it, and then it laid down, creating puddles, in a sense.
Mhm. Yeah.
And as you're traveling, I need a history check from Ikora.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Time to
Yay!
once again accidentally file Jay's plots to give me memories by the fact that my girl has no history mod.
I'm giving you advantage on this one.
Alright. Okay, so first roll was a 13. Second
This is not
roll.
something I can guidance because Sonnet wouldn't know.
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alas.
What was the height of the two rolls?
Alright. Second roll was a 17, so let me.
Okay.
Ooh.
So-
Nice!
This is what everybody sees, is that the once natural stonework of these caverns begins to turn into a slight combination of like cave that has been carved out with like bits of like recognizable patterns and language, meaning you're now entering something. You don't know what it is yet, except for Ikora, who is able to recognize some of the patterns as Gerudo patterns.
Ooh.
And you're
As
seeing, Ikora, you're seeing a lot of patterns, and especially a lot of lettering that brings forth the idea of ice and fire.
Huh.
Weird. Nice.
Yeah,
As soon as the cavern transitioned from natural rock to more carved, Sonnet has gotten way more nervous. Just like, wait, no, this is supposed to be natural. Hang on.
And Lewis got way more excited.
and Ikora got way more confused. She kind of just
The three genders.
yeah. Like, why is there Garuda writing all the way out here?
There is?
Gerudo?
Yeah.
Is it writing? Can we read it?
Somebody can.
I can't.
I have Gerudo.
If it,
Yeah,
unless it's
I-
ancient Gerudo.
all of you can.
Yeah.
Except for those that can't. I was thinking of like the helmet comprehend languages, but no, never mind. It's actually you just can't read it.
Yeah, I
Lewis
also
just had Gerudo.
Yeah. It is the same thing that I gave Ikora, where Ikora is the first one to recognize it. But as you guys begin to read,
Mhm.
it is a sense of like there is a bit of a story being written here of like a legend between of a pair of witches of fire and ice.
Oh.
Interesting.
love that Ikora is immediately kind of just staring at the wall, hands on her hips, like, does this remind me of my mom? Of my aunts or moms?
Oh,
Like, I don't think she's putting two and two together here, but it's just like, why does this sound so familiar?
I mean, the story is definitely one that's been passed down and you've been told before. So
Mhm.
like it's a similar like legend. It's like a not a boogeyman, but like it's like the twinkle twinkle little star of like this of the Zelda universe for Gerudo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder why it's here under Death Mountain.
It's about as far from a Gerudo Desert as you can get in Hyrule.
Mhm. Finally,
Well, maybe it's the remnants of a more ancient Gerudo settlement?
That would make sense to me.
finally you start seeing far more like not maintain. Well, I guess maintain is one of the words. Like statuettes, stuff like that. This is definitely leading you in a location, and as you step forward, I need. Are you guys doing active like looking around as you're coming through?
Mhm.
Sonnet would be, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I need everybody to roll me a perception check as you're walking.
Okay.
Alright.
Perception.
I'm
12
gonna
plus
give
5 of 17 Costel.
Oh.
I'm gonna give Ine bardic inspiration, by the way, for these.
Okay.
Dice.
I failed. I got a 10.
I'm going to also give myself guidance. Give myself guidance.
I'm not using
Oh
the
dear.
bardic. I'm gonna keep it. Wait, how long does this
After-
bardic last for?
Bardic lasts 10 minutes, so as long as
Okay.
it's within the 10-minute time frame, you can use a D8.
Yeah. So, what did I roll again?
I really do want to know what everybody else rolls.
I got a
Where
10.
did
Yeah.
my dice go?
Ikora got
3 out of
a
4.
grand total of 5.
Yeah, I saw that.
I guess she's too busy staring at walls.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. And also very
Sonic
interesting.
got a 14 in total. 21!
21.
21!
21. Good. Ine, you and Constell managed to warn everyone, as you are not surprised, as I'm going to say this now. This is what happens. There's not going to be a surprise round, but we are going to roll initiative next time. As
Oh.
Okay.
Constell is is looking at some of these statues, they're noticing
Oh.
weird carvings on them, and suddenly some of these carvings begin to light up. And in it, you can see two particularly large ones that have like an oven inside of their stomach, like light a flame. And you guys managed to warm everyone as these stone defenders and these, which, unless you're really looking at them, are indistinguishable from like just statues. And two furnace defenders light up. And we are going to begin rolling initiative next time.
Yay!
Okay, great! Can't believe you dungeon meshed us!
No! Isn't that I recognize this Legend of Zelda enemy! Yeah!
No, it's the fucking nuts!
The what? The who now?
No spoilers until next time.
I want to know. Spoil me.
I won't say.
I have no idea
I'll
what
give
they're
you.
talking about.
I'll give you the token that I'm going to be using.
Please.
It is a
Ooh.
DnD token,
Please.
but these are based on specific enemies. So here you go.
Yeah!
Whoa. Neat.
Look at those little guys who are not little.
Is it
No.
that thing?
Hold on, and let me show you the furnace golems. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet
Ooh,
heavens.
funky inks. I like that.
And let me
Yeah.
pull you up to the battle map of next time, so that way so you guys can see it.
Yay!
No, it works. Oh God!
Uh-oh.
Oh lords!
There's a lot of them. Wait, oh no. Why is there a lot of
it's
them?
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
The fuck are you doing down
Okay.
there? that stray one.
Cool.
So, we will figure out what your positions are next time. I will ask you.
Mhm.
These are basically
Yay!
these are nuts. These are dark nuts. But
Woo!
we will pick up next session with a fight.
Yippee! Yippee!
Yay!
Yay! Yippee!
And I make
Can't
sure that
wait
you know.
for unreliable shatter.
Make sure that you make note that you are bardically inspired.
Yes.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I need it. Yeah.
And I will stop recording now.
Oh yeah, I guess I should probably start recording. Bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.